check. 1, 2, check. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Just got the update that I can sign in with Bravely Second. Make sure that everything's good to go, and we can get started here. We just spent this past week catching up and beating Bravely Default. We had to do a lot of extra stream time to get it done in time for the release of Bravely Second on Twitch.
Do you still remember?
Played through the demo today, which you can also find on
Cries of a
YouTube.
girl, pleading for help. It began with the great
Oh, they bring
chasm.
back Bravely Default music. Cool.
Crystals fell into darkness, one by one, heralding the world's end. Then you came, and you met them, 4 warriors of light. The first was Tiz. He lost everything to the chasm, but the strength he gained from your soul.
Hey, Kevin,
allowed
sir.
his miraculous survival.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for popping in.
As he stood
We are
on the
playing this
precipice of
at the
despair,
midnight
a girl
release
appeared, offering hope.
in North America.
She was Agnes, the last person in the world who could return light to the crystals. Guided by the fairy Airy, the two set forth on their quest. On this journey, they met Ringabel, a man with no memories save one. That he was in search
Hey,
of
thanks for the
special
follow, Neo
blood.
Prism. You gonna be picking it up at Brick and Mortar store tomorrow?
No sooner had they met than Ringabel pledged his life.
I like
to
having
them.
it digital to be able to play it right away, but this is a
From
huge
across
game.
lines
This
of
is like
war,
20 gigs or
Izzy
some
listened
stupid
to her
number.
heart and joined your cause.
Because it's got a lot of different
It
languages
was a
available on
journey
it.
of countless battles. In the name of anti-crystalism, the Duchy of Eternia pursued the Vestal Agnes. Everywhere you went, the asterisk holders of the Eternian forces stood in your path. But you overcame them all. And in the end achieved your goal. Wind,
Awesome, Kevin.
water, fire, earth. The crystals, freed from the shadow, shone bright once more.
I see why people were a little concerned about
Now
not beating
light
Bravely
shall
Default
return
on
to
stream.
this
They're
world,
pretty much summarizing all of
or
BD here
so
at the
you
beginning, huh?
believed.
Yeah, this art style is
Then
really
a
cool.
great pillar of light rent the sky, ripping through time and space.
Cool, so you are getting
to
a physical
connect
copy.
to a parallel world.
I used to be pretty into physical
On
copies.
and on it hurtled, tearing countless
Digital makes it
chasms
easier for streaming.
through countless worlds. You thought you had saved the
Yeah, so see,
crystals,
this image
but it was
here
all an
reinforces my
elaborate
idea
hoax.
about like the planes being
I remember
stacked on top of
everything
each
now.
other. Maybe
So
the end
spake
layer is the
Ringabel,
final
seeing
plane
the
layer. Who
face of
knows?
Altanus dim. For he was Altanus from another world, where he had fallen to a cruel
Even his
foe.
name is kind of a clue.
That foe, the true enemy, was Airy all along, your party's guide and ally. She had linked tens of thousands of worlds with her chasms.
More than
seeking
that, according to our
revive
math.
her dark master. The god of destruction Ouroboros, the bringer of ruin who consumes entire worlds to claim Nile.
He looks way cooler in that art than he did in the game.
The four were helpless before him. As utter defeat loomed, the pendant that carried the girl's voice to you began to glow. Its light bound together the heroes of countless worlds.
I don't know, summoning your friends' worlds for that final boss fight was a really nice surprise. They could have, like, done that surprise much sooner in the game and not have as much impact as they did. We'll see how if they can top it in Bravely Second.
Agnes visited each crystal in turn,
Yeah, no kidding,
restoring
Kevin.
them to harmony and order. Upon her return, she was named Pope and leader of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
They say that so happily. She was Pope, hooray!
Idia returned home to the duchy.
They did mention her
to
becoming
carry on
Pope
her
a little bit
father's
in the
work.
demo, which mostly
Her eyes open from her
not directly related.
experiences. She strives to lead her homeland into a new era.
Yeah, same here, Endless One.
Ringabel went back to the world.
If I could add people online, I totally could, but don't know anyone in Street Pass. I guess I could have set it up on my wife's 3DS,
He remembered
but I
some
just played
warmth
it today,
from
so
Plenty.
I'll carry over one Street Pass.
And Tis had come to realize that there was another soul residing within him.
Yeah, the 11th hour
Yes,
Celestials, right?
Your soul.
Oh,
I suppose it's time to return what I borrowed.
interesting. That's
With
a
those words,
cool
he
twist.
fell into a deep slumber.
That's kind of an Earthboundy twist. I didn't really
That was then.
perceive that when playing Bravely Default.
And now, a new tale must be told.
Is there implication that like the player themselves is involved in the universe as a fourth wall break? That's how I read that. I think I can do the special gifts button, right? Not sure if this is what's going to carry over from the demo or it's just going to know. We'll see. Ah, was that made clear in Bravely Default, or is that like a popular theory? I didn't catch that at all in my playthrough of the game. I thought that the Celestials were just like a, late game addition, but it makes sense in the whole multiverse context and like summoning your friends' worlds. That would explain why there was a friend name associated with them. No DLC. Alright. I'd like to give you a gift for playing the demo version. Will you accept it? Yes. Look at all this cool stuff. Sweet. Moon-based population transferred. We're going to play it on normal. We can always drop it down later if we have some trouble with it. I played Bravely Default on hard when I played it off Twitch, but that requires quite a bit of extra time.
We meet at last.
Whoa,
Peace,
who's this dude?
harmony, order. I deny your world and everything in it.
He's pretty cool looking.
Stand down, Your Holiness.
Whoa, brave.
Untold years of strife with
What the shit is this?
Crystal Orthodoxy and the Duchy of Eternia have finally achieved our dream of peace. I will not allow anyone to stand in our way.
I didn't-
Feisty Pope Agnes.
So I did a pre-order download. I didn't know that there was a costume pre-order, Leosin. Does that come with like a GameStop pre-order or something?
On this, the day of your greatest triumph, and crush you both in one
Oh man,
satisfying
what's up with these two? I think that other fairy was in the ending very briefly. She mentioned something about Aerie being her sister. I'm wondering if this is an alternate universe too. Hey Knight, how you doing? The game opens with the battle, that's pretty cool. Wonder if they're actually going to have us control them at all. Hello.
What are you, fiend?
Yeah, if anyone in chat knows about the pre-order costume,
won't even tickle my master.
let us know. I was able to get my demo stuff immediately right when I loaded it.
Bow down before he who will usher in a revolution. His Imperial Majesty, the Kaiser of Oblivion!
Pope Agnes, come and take your rightful place at my side. With your power, I shall deny this world.
Oh, that's cool, Leosin.
Never! In the name of the three Cavaliers, I shall defend Her Holiness with my life!
We were established to during the
More
demo.
courage than wits. Very well, young knight. I deny your courage with my own hand.
That might be Cam Clark again. He was the voice of Yoyana. He's also like Liquid Snake. Yeah, this guy's pretty nasty. Yeah, cool costume. It kind of looks like Robin from Fire Emblem.
I will not!
Hey, Goomba.
I cannot! I swore an oath to protect you, Your Holiness. I will lay down my life before I leave
Oh,
your
that's
side.
cool. When did you get the bonuses, Domo Power? Oh god, he's got Meteor too? So he's like a conjurer.
He's too strong.
Then I have no choice. Your Majesty, that pendant!
I think not.
Whoa! Broke the summoning pendant. I ain't even trying to hear that.
Communicate beyond words. A power that is lost to you now. Let us end this charade.
The song's pretty cool too. Wow. Yeah, this is nothing like the demo.
I won't
I'm really glad that they went with just having something kind of absurdist for the demo, just to show off the mechanics. Had no idea the story was going this direction.
Feels like trouble. Might it not be wise to kill him here and now?
Chi-Chi.
Indeed. Valet, young knight.
Yeah, I wonder if I get the clothes code for pre-ordering it via Nintendo's digital store. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it.
Forgive me.
Well, so much for you. He's not going to be in our party. Probably good that they did that in the form of a cutscene as opposed to actually giving me any control during battle, you know? I like, you know, scripted battles where you're forced to lose, but that made it extremely clear everyone hits for 0, they all take 99.99 each. Hey, you's okay.
Oh, Master you. Oh, thank the heavens.
Yeah. Game over.
For
May as well
7
stop the
days we've
stream.
tried to rouse you, but to no avail. We feared you lost to us forever.
I was asleep.
So I've got everything
Caught
Bravely
between
Default
life
and
and
demo
death,
related
no
very
doubt.
fresh in my mind. We just beat Bravely
Wounds
Default
were
like 2
most
days ago
grievous.
and
For you to
beat the
recover
demo
so
for the first
soon,
time today.
It's nothing short of a miracle.
I felt the Kaiser's blade. And then...
Master you, I needn't remind you, but House Genealga is the most prominent house of the Crystal Guard, and you...
I think the
are
thing
its
is that
sole
Bravely
heir.
Default's
If
naming
we
has
were
always
to
been kind
lose
of
you,
silly.
why,
Like,
oh, how I
Ominous
prayed and prayed
Crow.
that you would open your eyes again. No doubt, it was your great forefather
None of
who
that was
led
ever
you
really
back
intended to be
us.
super serious.
Thanks
So.
and praise be to Founder Genealga.
Even though the
Oh,
story's
forgive
fairly
this old man
serious.
his ramblings.
You think of it like, you know,
Rest
Dragon Ball,
and
where all the
recover your
characters are named
strength.
after vegetables and rice and, like, milk and shit. But the story can be kind of serious sometimes. Stillness would have helped quite a bit,
Yes.
Dartonas.
I failed her. What's this? A fragment of her
Oh, a
pendant?
piece of the busted Summon
Her
Friends
Holiness.
pendant. You can find some other way to interact
I wonder
with
how my
other
companions fare.
worlds.
I must hurry to the sanctum.
That's gonna have to come up, right? Hooray, I've got control of the character. That's exciting. What all can I equip on him? Nothing yet. He starts out with very different gear than the demo. I enjoy that. I have very minimal options available right at the start of the game, which is nice. The demo didn't do that, which was, you know, cool if you're familiar with Bravely Default. But I like when games make a bit of an effort to gate content. There's games that do that in a way that's way too extreme, like Final Fantasy 13, where you don't get the full mechanics of the game until, like, you know, 30 hours into it. But I feel like Bravely Default did a pretty good job with it. You pretty much had everything you needed within the first couple hours. And it was fun throughout that. Seed of the Orthodoxy. Gathaladio. I have no idea where this is in, like, the game world. I'll have to check out the world map when we pop out here. Yeah, so I've never played Bravely Second, and I haven't watched any videos of people playing, because I know it was already out in Japan and in Europe, so we'll try to be very careful to clamp down on spoilers here. I don't know how long Goomba's going to be with us, but I might put out some temporary deputy mod ships to folks who have actually played and beaten this game to help me clamping down on spoilers and help everybody else out who's new to the game. Yeah, sure. Let me throw you one real quick, Goomba. Thank you. Just go with the exclamation point clear command. You don't have to, like, ban or time anybody out unless if they're being malicious about it. You can use exclamation point CLR, that will clear chat and put a little message saying, hey, nobody's in trouble, but be careful with spoilers, you know, haven't played it yet. Thank you for the follow, Endless One. Happy, possibly Friday to you. Maybe still Thursday. It's still Thursday for me at the moment. I'm not going to spend any of my peeg. Probably no reason to buy magic yet either, but... Oh, weird. That was a little Pope hat. Is Pope a job as well? I know that these are wizard spells from the demo. It's a pretty cool job. cool, Leosin. Yeah, I love Bravely Default too. I think Bravely Default is the best Final Fantasy game to come out since Final Fantasy X after Sakaguchi left the company. Even without Sakaguchi, I mean, it feels very different from the rest of the Final Fantasy games, but with 5 being one of my favorite titles, I really like the job system. It does a really cool job of innovating within the context of a typical JRPG. Like, it doesn't turn what a JRPG is on its head, but it makes a lot of, like,
Jan,
turn-based combat a lot
Sir
more
Nikolai, my friends,
fun and
you
interesting,
live.
convenient. I want to be a pope.
Master Yu, we heard your wounds had left you in a deep, deep
I like these two.
slumber.
They were in the demo as well.
Who could sleep at a time like this? What of the rest of the Crystal Guard? Tell me they too still live.
Such a
Wish
good
I
game.
could, but we took a real beating. Counting you,
I'll always
me,
have a
and the
little
old man
special
here,
place in my heart
of
for the
our
job
200
system.
knights and bishops, only 20 or so remain.
All the indulgences.
This can't be happening. And Pope Agnes, where's the Kaiser taking her?
I'd rather them not see their feet
Gaze
very
out the
often
window, Master Yu.
than have
You
like
may
the
see
Fire
for
Emblem
yourself.
Awakening version where they all look like
The
goat people
window?
because their feet like terminate in these little daggers. Whoa! It's a
There, in the sky.
sweet
It's,
floating castle.
The
That's
sky
something that was
also
missing in the
take
first Bravely
control.
Default. We didn't have any floating
The Last
castles.
Empire's seat of power,
Floating
commanded by
continents,
the
Final Fantasy
Kaiser
VI style.
himself. And it would appear that he is busy making war with Eternia.
I do like the kind of Final Fantasy Tactics noseless doll style of the character
At this
design
rate,
in Bravely
it's only a
Default.
matter of
It's really
time before
cool.
the duchy falls.
Eternia.
Each of the characters look
Sad
really
fate for
distinct from
such
each
a
other,
proud
which is
nation.
nice.
But what can we do?
In this state, very little else than watch. Watch, and see how the battle unfolds.
Yes. Little else. I'm off to the Skyhold then.
How are you gonna get there, buddy?
Hey, you're off to the... Wait, are you mad?
Master Yu, perhaps you haven't been following the conversation. A solitary assault on the Skyhold would be pointless, senseless, folly.
The Kaiser already beat you 6 ways to next week, and you didn't even twitch till today. If you storm the Skyhold, you're a dead man for sure.
But I'm not dead yet.
I'm not
As
dead
long
yet.
as I'm alive, I still have a chance to set things right. So I'll fight back. I'll take on the Skyhold and rescue Her Holiness. They'll get theirs. Plus gravy!
Okay, you.
Big talk for someone who just stumbled out of his deathbed.
I think I like you better
Fine.
than
You won't
than
listen,
Tiz.
I won't stop you.
There may still be Tiz in
Let's
this
go
game,
then.
but
Together.
if you need
You're
to have
fixing
your
to set the
cardboard cut
Kaiser
out,
right, not bite it on his
basically a
doorstep.
silent
You wouldn't last 2
protagonist.
seconds on your own. But with the fencing prodigy Jan on guard at your side, now that's another story.
All right.
Jan, I knew I could count on
But
you.
are you going to be a temporary
That
companion?
said, fencing prodigy?
You got a problem with that? Look, here's the point. Together, we're unstoppable. Kaisers, empires, bring them on!
That's the spirit, Jan. And with that, we are off to...
To your doom.
Whoa, Nikolai, that's not the friendship
yes,
is magic
we're
message
also-
the rest of us were
Your
on.
destruction.
No, actually, not
Together,
that.
the two of us will...
Accomplish absolutely nothing.
She's
yes,
realistic.
the two of us will...
Absolutely, positively, and indubitably get yourselves killed.
Wow, Nikolai's character is like
You
the
will
opposite.
Absolutely, positively, and
From the
indubitably
demo.
get yourselves killed.
You can be a real killjoy, old man. We were just getting fired up.
It was so important I said it twice, for good measure. This is, of course, based on the premise that you two somehow thought it wise to go with
Aww,
Huh?
As you know,
that's
I am
adorable.
well-versed
Friendship
in the
is
art of
magic.
healing. With me at your side, you would not
Yeah, so does
fall
he
so
start
easily.
not as a
We are the
freelancer?
three
I wonder.
cavaliers, are we not? Brothers in arms till the end of our days.
That explains his
You lead us, Master
bitchin'
Yu.
costume with the cool collar.
Give the order, and we shall follow.
Sir Nikolai.
That settles it. Come on, you. Say something leader-like.
Oh, right. As captain of the Crystal Guard's 3 Cavaliers, I, Eugenie Olja, give my command. We march against the Skyhold. On our name do I swear, we will deliver Her Holiness from the Kaiser's clutches!
Aye!
Hear, hear.
Cool. Yeah, I like the three of them better
Awaits
in
us,
this.
Master Yu. Pray say your farewells and prepare for the road ahead.
Indeed, I'd best go see Alfred.
I mentioned earlier that I really like Square's approach to like making their demos have nothing to do with the main game and just kind of show off the mechanics, but I worry that that's going to turn people off, right? Because like the demo for this was a little silly, and the demo for Final Fantasy 15 was exceedingly silly, and if anybody plays that, I was like, is this what the story's going to be like? Am I going to like walk around Alice in Wonderland and turn into a truck? Is that what Final Fantasy 15 is all about? It's like, no, it's like a tech demo, just trying to show you how the game mechanics work. Someone else with us, a girl. Oh, they're remembering the demo, I think, being with Magnolia. But they said that they wouldn't remember it very well. Alright. Oh, he's still a freelancer. He's a bishop's staff. To have Nikolai used to lead many a holy rite. He's got the Pilgrim gear. Wow, they look really cool. Nice. I like that they have custom gear. We'll see if they're long for this world, though. I'm not convinced yet that those two will be permanent party members. I believe that you and Magnolia will be, but... Tutorial quests. Tutorial quests are a chance to learn tricks and info. Alright, so that's the same as Bravely Default. Go ahead and pull those up here. One-handed controls, are already having fun with it. Question mark icon on the lower screen during battles. Save from the world map. Look for hidden items. Somewhere in the residence. I may have already grabbed that, but I guess if I had, it would have given me credit for it already. I'm gonna get back in the habit of like tapping the A button on everything to look for sweet loot. Alright, let's pop down here. I think it's here, right? This is the residence. This is where we're potentially looking for... Is that it? Might be it. Yeah, that's the ticket. Free Phoenix down. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, it's another
Alfred?
3DS release that features a butler in the first
Master Yu,
30 minutes of
did you
gameplay.
remember your silk handkerchief?
It is on the
Right here in my
eShop.
pocket.
I have a digital
And you have
copy.
an ample supply of tissue, yes?
It went live
Double
about
guard,
22
gentle
minutes
on the
ago.
nose.
Right here, Alfred.
And remember to spend
I've been
your
doing
coin
mostly digital
wisely,
copies
sir.
for streaming so that I
After
can
all,
get on
a
it
pig
right
saved is
at launch.
A pig earned. I know, Alfred.
Oh, and you mustn't forget...
How many times do I have to say it? I've got everything I need.
And the
Alfred.
butler's name is Alfred.
You most certainly do not, Master Yu.
I don't?
Why, you've forgotten your most prized
Is he
possession
Michael
of
Caine?
all. Your treasure since childhood.
My diary. But of course.
I like Jeremy Irons' Alfred, actually. Alright, the U
I
diary.
almost left
The
home
letter
without it.
U, get it?
Thank you, Alfred. Forgive me.
Think nothing of it, Master Yu. Here, I've marked your map as well. Do take care out there.
Don't worry about me, Alfred.
Good looking out, Butts. Appreciate it.
May Founder Jenny Olja watch over
Oh.
you and guide you to
So
safety.
you is from an important family. Old Majestic U on its cover. Cover the Scholar, you keeps track. Yeah, I'm going to probably be jumping through a lot of those little tutorial pop-ups at the beginning of the game because they also popped up during the demo.
So,
but if anything
the
important
Skyhold's
is in there, I'll let you
laying
know.
siege to
Basically, he
Eternia's
has a
central
journal
command at
like
this
Dee's
very
journal in Bravely
You
Default.
got it. The quickest way there is through Pilgrim's Grove, to the northeast. But before we go anywhere, why don't you fill us in? Just what exactly is our plan of attack?
We're going to get on the floating
plan of
island,
attack?
and the three of us at
What?
like level 4
All that
are going to
big
kill the guy
talk
that
about saving Her
wiped
Holiness,
our
and you don't even
endgame
have
party
one?
5 minutes ago.
I just thought, would go in and save the day. I mean, the three of us together, right?
There you go, you.
Give me a break. Look, the Empire has an army of thousands. Tens of thousands.
Allow me to offer this for your consideration. I have already dispatched the remainder of the Crystal Guard as an advance unit.
Oh, good looking out, Nikolai.
Let's first join up with them and draw the enemy's
Dude,
attention.
looking ahead.
Then, while our comrades provide a diversion, we will infiltrate the Skyhold and rescue Her Holiness. Outmanned as we are, it is the only sensible course of action.
In other words, a feint.
A feint.
Oh, okay, sure.
Brilliant. Let's go with that.
We're not just like
Time to
quantity
go,
outman though.
friends. Onward!
Can you guys take
Here we
9,999
go again.
points of damage?
Just who made this guy leader?
Come now, Jan. I, for one, find Master Yu's dogged optimism most endearing.
I hope they stick around. It's nice to see some different like character shapes out in the party proper. In Bravely Default, like the 4 main party members, I guess it was kind of sticking to the 4 Warriors of Light theme. You know, they're all kind of these short-looking kids. Some of the asterisk bearers were much taller. Yeah, this one saves quickly too. I thought maybe the fast save was just because of the demo being smaller than the main game. Defeat the Kaiser. New jobs and abilities. You begin as a mere freelancer, but will gain levels and obtain powerful new jobs as your adventure unfolds. Each job has its own set of special abilities. Command and support. Yep, got it. Sure. Surprised they would tell us about that right away. Is that something that we can equip immediately? Oh, really? They start with Divining Rod. That's... Oh, those two do, because they're slightly better freelancers. That's kind of cool. Oh, look. Yeah, Nikolai has a special Pope job command called Holy Magic, and Jan has a special freelancer command called Swordplay. I don't think they're long for this world, guys. That makes me sad. That's okay. Maybe we'll get 2 equally cool characters to replace them. Let me go see if I can grab the magic then. Pope Hat Magic. I guess we don't all get to be popes, just our cool buddy does. The Kaiser just means king. That's why, he already has heal. And it's based on percentage of remaining HP. Interesting. You can't use antidote. Huh. I'm not going to spend the money on anything else. May as well grab it. Nice to be the deal with poison. Yeah. Same route. Koenig too. Hey, battles. So this battle theme is starting to grow on me. I really liked all of the music in Bravely Default. And it's taken me a while for me to get used to Bravely Second, because it's a very different tone. But this is a pretty sweet song. They do some really cool stuff with this battle system. Yeah, Nikolai and Jan don't have XP or job points. Demo. You tricked me. Oh, it says there's chests on the world map? What's that all about? Should use their abilities then. What's halvesies? Use consumable items in the entire party. Huh, that's cool. Consume the wolf stands and boost attack. Gotta be in the wolf stands. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the idea behind that. We want to do examining in this because it remembers their hit point total, which is super convenient. Nice. It's pretty hard. Yeah. Czar. It's an adorable bunny! I guess we're playing, like Rabbites. It's pretty smart of them to give you 2 brand new, enemy models at the beginning of the game. There was quite a bit of reuse in the demo, which is cool. Like, it's part of the nostalgia of a series, right? Of seeing some of the same enemy faces back and forth. I'm trying to see what the deal is with this chest that's marked on the map. I'm gonna turn around. I might kick the random encounter rate down to like minus 50%. I kind of got a good groove from that in Bravely Default. Also, these enemies don't give a ton of XP. Controls are super tight. I might not even be able to change the encounter rate yet. No, it was available out the gate in the demo, but not in this version. That's fine. I also don't get to do chain battles yet, so I should probably just move along with the plot and not worry about, you know, murdering Apple people for much longer. We can get on the Apple people murder train later. I also can't do auto battle yet. Some of that might depend on me having, like, my correct party. Ah, there's the chest. Cool. So they've increased the amount of gating in this one compared to what was in Bravely Default. And you know, just about everything available to you at the very beginning in BD. They just didn't tell you about it for a while, which I think is probably the better approach. Have it technically be there for people who are privy. Go to save on the world map, page through, use diary. Oh yeah, we want to use the circle pad left. Oh, he actually has item guide, bestiary, and help, which I don't need to worry too much about. Is that enough to warrant a bonus? Item guides, weapons section. Okay. Probably actually read it next time. Here we go. You happy? No? Still no? What does it want me to do? Reading up on rapier, so I have to page through all of the steps. Thought I hit it once, but apparently not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get to see a little picture. Wow, they put some effort into the item guide there, that's nice. And then we'll save on the map, because we can. Don't have to do update data yet. It gives us another upgrade. Try collecting information on goblins. Okay, keep fighting him. When are you planning on picking it up in this one? At least 3DS games are a little bit cheaper than like other console and PC new releases.
So, this is Pilgrim's Grove. Her Holiness is waiting for us on the other side. Let's hurry.
Not so fast, you. These woods are home to all sorts of nasty creatures. If we're not careful, we'll end up in the belly of some beast before we ever see the Skyhold.
An ignoble fate for the three cavaliers, no? Let us proceed with caution.
With caution.
Understood, Sir Nikolai. Follow me, my friends. A fork in the road. Which way should we go?
Though a bit perilous, crossing this bridge would be the shorter route.
Really like the design in this map. They kind of kept the almost like storybook appearance, but it's very pretty.
As your leader, I say we should take the safer path.
Hold on, you. 1 minute you're all gung-ho to save the Pope, and now you want to take the scenic route?
Well, of course not. It's just that I'm...
Alright, we learned he's kind of a scaredy cat
Spit it out already!
during the demo.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're scared of crossing the bridge.
Please stand on one side so faster pilgrims can
All
pass.
right, you got me. I am scared. I'm scared of heights, okay? But I'll have you know, it's my only fear.
Our fearless leader's one weakness. Where have I heard this one before?
Master Yu, if our plan is to succeed, we must join up with our companions with all haste. I strongly encourage you to put aside your fears and take the shortest route.
Ah, I've got it. What if we take the long route, but run? Really, really fast?
What if there's chests on the long route? Let's get real here.
I'll say it once more for good measure. Take the shortcut.
All right,
Oh,
I
I'm
get
gonna
it
miss
already.
Nikolai.
Her Holiness awaits us. What's a rickety old bridge or two? Forward ho!
Slow down, you dolt! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Oh, I don't get to go the other way?
Bless his soul.
Recommended level. Are you strong enough? The recommended level for taking on each dungeon is displayed on the map below. Yeah, that was in the demo too, and it kind of reminds me of MMOs, and I am a fan. Ah, okay. Trying to get the chest. It says there's 3 chests at the bottom of the screen, game. Why you gotta be so rude? Okay, there's a chest down there. Let's go here. It's nice to have that, you know, perfect information. Can't do auto battles yet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to for a little while. We examined one of these already. Probably get them in our... Okay, we already did, so I think do it again. Yeah, I haven't really seen it in a single-player game. I've seen it pretty often in MMOs, you know, but... Oh. Didn't realize that undid the stance that I was currently in. Good to know. So you still want to do Wolf and then Wolfang. It's like a stance dancing thing, maybe? Cool. Oh, that's interesting. That counts as a chest, so they're not all physical red boxes. There's another one up here. It's shiny. Looks like the little shiny where you get the key to go and open the blue boxes in the previous game. The analogs, you're talking about Bravely Second? The analog stick I am using to move around. It doesn't work in combat though, the combat's D-pad only, which I think is probably like better. I don't like the circle pad for like menu selections. Yeah, it works for like walking on the world map. You use the D-pad for confirm and cancel on the world map and in battles, but you like navigate menus and stuff with D-pad only, no circle pad. Circle pad's just for movement. Score chest. Sneak down to the southwest. Sure. Oh, right. I didn't even think when you said original 3DS that you were talking about the big one. I don't know, Chaos. I'm gonna show you here in a second. I don't think so. It bums me out. I want to because I like Nikolai and Jan, but I don't think they're long for this world, and I think you'll see why here soon. Well, here's one. They're freelancers, but they don't gain XP, and they don't gain JP. And despite being freelancers, they have special abilities, like he has Pope Magic, that the other characters don't get access to. So I don't actually know what's going to happen, but just from a privy to game mechanics perspective. Although it would be fun to subvert that idea, right? That you know something about what's going to happen in the plot. I like this concept that sometimes enemies are bigger. I'm not entirely sure whether it actually affects their stats at all. I love that mechanic where you can, like, rather than having to do Brave 4 times and attack 4 times, you can instead attack once and then put Brave on here to repeat the action you just selected. It's just really, really nice little bit of convenience that wasn't in Bravely Default. Ah, you're good, Chaos. Although then again, maybe it's a trick. Like, after some of the stuff they pulled in Bravely Default, I wouldn't be surprised if they've got some tricks up their sleeve. Oh, he's got cottages now. That's cool. That was kind of a problem. I had to, like, sneak back to town in order to rest in Bravely Default, so... Even if he charges, I like that that's an option now. Adventurer guy. I found a chest. I found a chest. I found a chest. Hey, 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 hey. saved. Probably going to be a boss fight here. Maybe should have stayed at the end, but 50 pig. It's expensive,
Looks like
man.
we're almost out of the woods.
Finally,
Literally.
our comrade should be just up ahead.
Not so fast, you two.
Yeah.
It seems we've
Right.
one more
Same thing,
bridge to
Quiverlip.
cross.
And they didn't just do that arbitrarily. Like, they gave him some kind of Templar costume that you couldn't take off. But I had the same presumption. Guy's pretty gnarly looking.
Monster! And it's huge!
Indeed.
We knew about Magnolia from the ending scene before. Oops.
What a place to run into one of these brutes.
There are those who posit.
Yeah, that's my expect. You, Magnolia, and then I don't know who the other two are going to be if it's not going to be
A
these two.
very large forest spirit.
Crude savage beasts that live deep in the woods, known to feast on passers-by.
Just so, Master Yu.
Just
Ever
so.
the scholar, I see. And I dare say the look in our friend's eyes says he's found himself a delightful dinner.
How can you be so cool at a time like this, old man?
I merely stated a fact.
That particular chunk of the melody,
I can
this.
state it again.
Dun, 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 dun,
Forget
dun,
it.
dun, dun.
All
I
right,
like it.
he's big, sure, but we've got him outnumbered. Shall we?
Here, here!
Yeah, I suppose we'll find
If
out.
we fight together and use our skills wisely,
Precisely. Lead the way, Master Yu.
Technically, the game hasn't introduced braving and defaulting yet.
faithful servant of the Crystal Orthodoxy, I am you of House Geniolja!
Like, genealogy.
And what he said. You face
What he said.
Jan on guard.
The stalwart Aurochs, likewise serving the Crystal Orthodoxy, stout of mind.
I like to see a game that does swappable party members but still has a job system. I think it could be doable.
We are the Crystal Guard's 3 cavaliers. In the name of Her Holiness, we will strike you down!
Kind of sort of have that in Final Fantasy V. Spoilers.
The troll is a
Not
hot-headed
traditionally
creature.
swappable.
Our friend will doubtless rush in with a flurry of blows. Default and defend, Master Yu.
Now they're teaching us
I'll
about
say it
defaulting.
once more for good measure. Default or suffer the consequences.
Cool.
Still standing, Master Yu. Very good. Defaulting allows you to defend against.
Yeah, it looks like they're
enemy
being a little bit
attacks.
more careful with
Yeah,
the
what's more,
tutorial
you'll
in
also
this,
rack
like
up
actually
BP in the
putting it in the
process.
story.
Or even spend BP, and you can perform multiple
They didn't really
actions
teach
at
you
a go.
this directly.
Ready,
There's a little bit of a
Let's show
tutorial
this
pop
group
up
what
in
we've
battle,
got.
but there was nothing in universe about it. 'Cause I guess it wouldn't have made sense for Tiz. Like, who's going to be teaching Tiz, you know? I'm digging it so far, Quiverlip. Did you like Bravely Default? It definitely feels like the story in the main game has a very different tone to it than the demo, which was pretty silly. Alright, do an examine, and then heal. Oh, we can do heal on all allies? Fantastic. Actually, we'll just do 2. We're gonna do an examine and then a heal. I would go ahead and beat Bravely Default if you can. You can at least get the fake ending, the bonus ending, which involves the Crystal Awakening. It's worth it. I know that it's rough. I actually, if you wanted to see the story part of it, I played it on stream. When I did it on stream, I just like beelined it for the end game. So I got a video on YouTube, like the last session of just me doing all that crystal repetition stuff, and it's not so bad. Let's do Blazing Wolf, Wolfang. The final boss fight is outstanding. The whole like end of the game is really strong, despite the frustration of having to do this stuff again. Oh yeah, it is like Stance Dancing. So his ability, I wonder if we're going to get a job that works like he does right now, because he's very similar to like the monk class in Final Fantasy XIV, where he goes into a stance, he uses an attack, and it automatically transitions him into a different stance. That's kind of fun. I like it. Blazing Wolf, Wolfang. he's listed as being a freelancer. Oh, okay. I have a guess of what's going to happen to them. If you've played this game before and no, don't spoil it for me. My expectation, though, is that Nikolai and Jan are going to die, and Yu is going to get their asterisks, so he's going to get the 2 classes that they currently are, like the Pope Magic and the thing with the Blazing Wolf stance. That'd be a cool twist, if the asterisk bearers aren't all bad guys, you know? Oh man, Yu. I guess I should have prepared for the fact that he was going to do that. He didn't warn us about that earlier. Got Blessing, bring him back from KO. Try not sucking this time, Jan. It's good that there are enemies where their braving pattern is a little bit more easier to anticipate. I felt like it felt a little bit more random in Bravely Default. I might be able to kill this guy before he does another attack, though. Halvesies. Yay, you. Good job. That would be cool for a storytelling perspective, I think, if they went that route.
Oversized brute!
Looks like we won't be anyone's supper today.
Thank you, my friends. I couldn't have done it without you.
You got that right. But
yeah, I mean, I hope that some enemies still use Brave and Default randomly, but it could be nice to have like the more structured combat style of like, okay, watch for them to do this.
How quickly boys become men.
Defending is often a boring action, so some of the fights that I enjoy, like, you know, the Bahamut fight in a lot of the Final Fantasy games where he counts down to Mega Flare, so then you need to do something defensive. Or use like Stillness and Bravely Default, that could be fun.
Heck, you might be onto something.
All right then, let's keep it up.
Oh, that's a bummer, Quiver Lip. They should be careful about that.
We go forth as one!
As one, huh?
Wait for us! I say wait for us, Master Yu!
We don't really understand the situation of asterisks in this world either. I'm still not entirely sure like what's up with this universe. They seem to imply that it's the same Anyas from, you know, we'll call it world number 5 from Bravely Default, but with all the other worlds, who knows? Something else fishy's going on. We did see Brave and Alternus there, and like world number 5 Alternus, not ring a bell. Or his true name is Martyr's Grove. Oh yeah, I thought it was just they were like being silly about him being Nikolai. Is the last name a reference to anything? Well, it's one of those things where like you know, it's pretty out in front of your face with the way that the other 2 party members don't have XP and JP and have different abilities even though they're technically freelancers. Alright. How much peak do we have? Not enough to merit spending that much, so... Watch me die because I'm not resting. To me, spending 50 pig is dying. Alright, we're gonna go up in that northeast corner. Looks like there's an item up there. Alright, let's just do it the easy way, huh? I gotta get used to doing it the easy way. I didn't really realize that that was a possibility. Nikolai, son of Nikolai. Ah, all those misses, man. I'm not used to having such shitty accuracy. No fight chaining system yet. I'm guessing that's going to be later on. Probably didn't want to add too much complexity at the beginning of the game. They just threw you right into that, though, in the demo. I found some echo herbs. Hey. Brave for quad attack. We wanted to check information on goblins, right? Get the last item here. Goblin. Might cut it, right? Maybe? I guess not. Oh, that's cool. You get more of it, like entries in the bestiary, the more of an enemy that you fight. That's pretty cool. So I probably wanted to spend more time outside if I wanted to collect more of it. Gotta get used to the new attack style. It's so much nicer. Because you can do it partial too, like so you can still go up to 4 that way. Insect. Eat it, bug. Alright, we're gonna go to that southeast exit here in a sec. I'm actually gonna save really frequently since saving is so much faster in this one. I don't know what they changed to make that dialogue pass through so quickly. It tended to sit for a while in Bravely Default. Nice. Ah, gotcha, 6-gun. I know that naming structure is extremely common all throughout the world. Alright, we're gonna hopefully grab another chest, yeah. There, now his accuracy is slightly less shitty, or it's just random chance. Since he doesn't level up, probably nothing has changed. Just seeing what I want to see. Confirmation bias rearing its ugly head again, right? Oh, there's another chest down there. Looks like that's what we want to go to first. I do like that I remember mentioning during Bravely Default that there was a very clear template to the dungeon design. In a similar way to a lot of like PSP games where you play like something like Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, and all the maps generally have a familiar template. And that was definitely true of the dungeons in Bravely Default, but in this one they feel quite a bit more varied. You have the different layers. I think it uses the 3D a little bit better, even though personally I don't have the 3D turned on. Alright, round shield. Making my main character slightly tankier. That makes this way faster without auto battle. Just being able to hit Brave after you select attack. That's pretty swell. Nice crit. Jan rocking the deeps over there. Alright, what's up, Poke people? Right, your Poke people?
Who goes? Oh, the 3 Cavaliers!
That's us.
I knew you'd come to our aid.
Yeah, we were just waiting for Sleeping Beauty here to roll out of bed.
I don't believe we've met, young man.
Oath the Camlin of the Crystal God, Sir Nikolai. Since a few
That's
days ago,
a
at
dude.
least.
Okay. I wasn't
I
sure.
see. You did well to come this far,
His
Oath.
costume's pretty cool.
From
Got a cool
here,
name.
the 3 Cavaliers stand with you. Together, we will march to Her Holiness's rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, so your words are most heartening. It is an honor to fight at your side. Let us save Her Holiness together.
Hey, do I get a 4th party member?
So, you've set up camp here?
We have.
Yeah, I was like,
In
so
truth, we had hoped to advance
we're all taking out
further.
our swords and
An
making
untimely encounter with
declarations?
the troll left a number of us wounded. Those unfit for battle have already returned to town.
I see. That is most unfortunate. We must have just missed them. Worry not. I shall return to Gathlario and tend to their wounds.
Yeah, maybe
You
Chaos.
sure you're gonna be
That's a cool
okay all
costume.
by yourself, old man?
Gathladio is kind of a cool
All
name
will
for a
be
town,
fine,
too.
Jack.
So I don't know where it is geographically.
I am a Cavalier of the Crystal Guard, am I not? Yes, I believe the path will be clear. I leave this place in your capable hands.
Maybe he's
Jack.
not going to die. Maybe he's just going to go
Got it.
home and hang
Don't you
out and
worry
live out his
about
life
us.
happily for the
Take
rest
care
of
out
his...
there, old man.
And you as well. Farewell, my friends.
Be safe, Sir Nikolai. All right then. I'll go pitch the tent.
Wait, you've been carrying a tent this whole time?
We'll
Dude's
continue
got
the
bottomless
watch.
pockets, man.
Rest at
He's
ease,
got like
sir.
30 Phoenix Downs. No big D. I'm glad I didn't spend 50p.
But just when we thought we were
Holy
out
shit,
of
that
the
is a
woods,
robust tent.
we came face to face with a frightening foe.
Oh, this is fun. We never got
The
to see Ringa
embodiment
Bell write in his
of
diary.
ugliness and evil, with arms like tree trunks. It rained blows upon us with savage rage. This was no ordinary troll. Oh no! Were I to do the beast justice, I would call it...
Yeah, a rope trick. He's got a portable hole. He pulled it from
death
Hammer's
troll.
space. Because Final Fantasy
heck's a
has
death
always known
troll?
that
Well,
inventory limits are
nothing,
boring.
It's just,
Who needs
I was
them?
just,
Still keeping that diary of yours, huh?
well, I just
You
thought
got it.
I'd, keep a record of the places we visit, the creatures we encounter.
Aw.
Ever the note taker. You haven't changed a bit since our school days, have you?
Oh shit, they're having
What can I
memories,
say?
guys.
You know that I always wanted to be a
This
scholar.
Jan guy's so dead.
Besides, you never know when notes like these might prove useful, right?
Here's some cat cam, by the way.
Writing stuff down never did much for me, but hey, to each his own.
Our school days. We really go way back, don't we, Jen? To think, it's been 5 whole years since we both showed up at the dormitory in El Campus.
I remember it like it was yesterday. You were a real crybaby back then. Always getting tortured by the upperclassmen in sword fighting.
Hey, you took your fair share of hazing too.
That's different. I gave him crap, and you wouldn't catch me dead crying. You got picked on because of your family, though, right?
Yeah. It's all coming back to me.
What kind of reaction is that? You're creeping me out, weirdo.
He's so soft and furry.
I was so fed up with being their punching bag, so we trained together night after night.
Usually our cats sleep
Until
with
we were
us,
covered with
but whenever I'm
bruises and
awake, they
blisters.
come out in the streaming office
And
with
you
me, so
developed your
both
signature technique.
of my cats are in here
The
now.
Falcon Claw. 4 fierce blows rain down on targets selected randomly from among your foes.
I could always count on you to give my moves one of your stupid names.
It's fun.
In 6 months' time, we'd silence those bullies for good.
I wonder why they
Just
sat
the two
around
of
and
us.
decided to give you more of
Here
a
I am
character
today,
than Tiz had.
Still
Because he's
counting
kind
on
of
you to
the
bail me
same
out of trouble.
basic idea.
If you say so. But enough of this little trip down memory lane. I'm gonna go make the rounds.
Oh, I'll join you.
No, you need your rest. We'll keep watching shifts.
Oh, right. Then be careful.
Don't you worry about me. Fencing prodigy, remember?
Thank you, my friend. I guess I could use some sleep.
That's good sleeping music. I wonder am I trying to figure out like in what JRPG has my favorite "We're Going to Sleep" song. Final Fantasy 7 is pretty good. Some good memories with the Chrono Trigger. Who's screaming?
Where is everyone?
Oh shit.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So much for everybody being okay and living out their lives. Shit. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't have Divining Rod anymore either, do I? No. That's a bummer. Oh, that's cool. They gave him Stand Ground instead of Late Bloomer? Maybe it's because Late Bloomer was pretty strong in the previous game. Awesome Chaos. Yeah, Andrew and I finally finished the audiobook for Wise Man's Fear on our trip to New Mexico. I like that author too. Oh, that's cool, Knight. Valkyria Chronicles is a sweet game. I forget, did you already own Valkyria Chronicles? It's just a coupon that you have? Whoa, what are you doing, Jan? Did you discover this, or did you make this
Jan!
happen?
Oh, thank heavens you're safe.
Safe? Oh yeah, take a look. Not a scratch on me. They were even bigger pushovers than I expected.
What?
Huh?
I thought they'd at least make me work for it. So much for the vaunted Crystal Guard.
Boo!
Heck, I should have just skipped the
This is
subterfuge
already
and
like
taken them
100
all
times
head
darker
on.
than the demo. Like, romp through the desert! Hooray,
Jack?
everybody! Let's get
What
some
are you
job
saying?
asterisks and do some quests.
Do I have to spell it out for you? It's like this, you. I killed them. Me. To the last man.
Naughty.
But why?
Jan on guard, of the Crystal Guard's 3 Cavaliers, fights for the Empire now.
Oh shit.
Actually, now
I
isn't
figure what's
the
going
best
on with
way
this
to
whole
put it.
empire.
I've been planning this from the start. I'm a spy, see? An enemy in your ranks.
The
Jen!
demo makes that even more surprising
isn't
because you've
so,
spent more
Jen.
time with him.
You would turn
I do
against
kind of like
us?
that from the point of view of having a demo that's
If
not
you
related to the
truly
main
mean
story.
This, then
I knew you'd give me that look. That's why I was hoping to skip out with you none the wiser. But things changed. Small changes, with big consequences.
I'm gonna kill you and take your
First,
asterisk.
you went and woke up from
but-
your coma.
Oh yeah.
Then you had to talk all big about taking on the Kaiser.
So, still not sure what
After
you
all
was
that
planning
happened,
with taking on the
after you
Kaiser.
saw
but-
how pathetic and powerless you were, you just couldn't give up. So I changed my plans. I should have known better, you. I should have brought you to my side from the start.
Too late now.
what?
You, join me and fight for the Empire.
What? Are you mad? You know I can't do that.
What does the
I knew
Empire
you'd say
want?
that. What else
I
could
presume
you?
that they're less Hanna-Barbera
And so it goes.
cartoony than they were in the
I
demo.
have no choice now but to kill you. This is no
I'm guessing they
joke.
didn't bring on their
It's
like
my
big
sworn
story team
duty
to do the
cut
demo
down every
story.
man who'd stand in the
That
Kaiser's
was all the
way.
tech team.
Every man, you. Gonna fight back? I'd think again if I were you. When was the last time you bested me in single combat?
I knew I should have unequipped them before we came
But
here.
as leader of the 3 Cavaliers, I will not stand down.
It just, there wasn't really a story. It was just goofy.
What have you...
Flee, you!
Oh, it's the
Hilarious. But where?
little piece of
here.
Agnes's amulet that broke off. Yeah. Didn't totally break it.
The pendant.
Gets to work like
From here.
Tetris
Your
pendant
Holiness,
in Wind
Thank the
Waker.
heavens, you're.
Not now, you! Now you must run!
But Your Holiness,
Your bravery is admirable. But if
She didn't
you lay
appreciate
down
that she
your
would
life here,
be
all will be lost.
stuck.
You must withdraw. Live and fight on. You, I beg of you.
Cool.
darn it all!
Oh, it would have been cool if they made us actually go into battle and select the run
Get
command.
back here! You!
He's not that far away, but I guess he's falling off a cliff.
He got away.
It's not so much the demo story wasn't good, it
least he's
just
out of
wasn't
my
really
hair.
present. It was just like, hey,
So
go
long,
fight
you.
these guys and learn the mechanics and get some jobs and try out some of the job combinations.
Well, I'm alive.
There was one like
Somehow.
villain that was like literally stealing candy from babies.
So, the river carried me all the way back here. Jan was right there in
I'm sure
front
those
of me,
characters would be
and
more interesting in the game
I
proper.
couldn't do a thing.
It's a nice way to not spoil anything
Confound
about
it
them.
all. What can I? What should I? Your Holiness. Your Holiness. No response. Ow.
Yeah, it was just as high quality as whatever the
really
story was
banged
in the Final
myself up.
Fantasy 15 demo, if that helps. I think that just kind of squares
I
back
need
now.
to tell Sir Nikolai. He should be back in Gathladio, tending to the wounded.
Do we trust Sir Nikolai? God, I hope he's not a bad guy. He's great.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Freeze myself to death. That's a cool way to make us mad at Jan, though, and want to go get revenge on him later in the game, right? Agnes's pendant possesses a remarkable power to let you communicate and cooperate with players from other worlds. Register other players you like to play as with friends. Hey, so it's convenient that it broke in half, so we can talk with Agnes too. Register your friends in their 3DS systems. Use update data from the save menu. Yeah, let's do it now. Well, I guess I gotta send a shitty attack first, right? Other players' characters will be summoned to aid you. Your affinity with their characters will rise with each summoning, increasing their effectiveness. First character perform one action. Similar to your ultimate ace in the hole. Ask your friends to send their strongest attacks before you tackle the boss. We did do that during Really Default. It worked out pretty well. And we're gonna send our shitty regular attack. Hopefully send a better one later. Oh, at least a crit. I don't know if the crit's gonna carry over when someone else uses it. Who cares if you're not quite friends? Even guests can be summoned in battle. Anyone you encounter via Street Pass will be registered as a guest. That's kind of nice that you get people as guests in your Street Pass even if they don't own Bravely Second. But I'm probably not going to Street Pass anybody from this apartment, so... Alright, let's do update data, see what we get. Might at least get Mega Man. I think we're going to get Goomba on here too. I'm going to try not to look at the abilities that come with it, because there might be some spoilers for the characters that we're going to get later in the game. Since I'm pretty sure it works the same way, that you're still summoning their character or whatever ability that they're using. So once it pops up, I'm just going to clear out of it really quick, rather than look too close at it. Oh, I didn't get any. Interesting. Maybe I have to do add friends first. Also, add friends is different. It must be different because that's already cleared out. Well, I've done my own update data. I don't know if Mega Man's up that far yet. I don't have Mega Man at the moment. I think I just have other random people right now. Alright, let's see. Do we already have this thing examined? No. Punch him in the face a whole bunch, examine him. Ow, 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 ow. Gotcha, cool. What's up, Butts?
Oh,
His butler's name is literally Alfred.
I have Alfred, but whatever's the matter?
The Empire has struck again, Master Yu. The Sanctum.
The Sanctum? Sir Nikolai.
Was it Sir Nikolai who did the striking? God, I hope not. That would be a supreme bummer. Stay at the inn? Do we need to? No, we don't need to. Yeah, Master Yu lives in this fancy house. There's a picture of his rich dad, and he's got a butler named Alfred. Oh, this is his manor. This is where he woke up. There's a fancy picture of his dad. He has to have the tragedy first. Oh, I see the thing now. Yeah, I gotta be kind of careful keeping this open or it obscures the map. I don't really have any need to buy more of these, do I? Oh, I guess I don't have heal learned anymore. I'm gonna want it whenever I'm allowed to actually get it. They probably should have just not played the shop music there or even let me into the shop. Oh no! More dead. Pope servants. Oh, Nikolai's injured. Well, maybe he's a good guy then. Don't you die on me, buddy.
Nikolai! Sir Nikolai, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm worried I'm about to be
Nikolai!
right, and I'm gonna get his asterisk.
You.
Pope magic.
It is as you see, Master Yu. The Empire.
Kind of reminds me of
No
Hugh
match for
Jackman.
them. Our companions dead to the last man.
That's a
This
bummer.
is the end for us. The end for me.
You mustn't say such things. Nikolai!
But Master Yu, why are you back in Gathladio?
Because Jan is a dick.
Jan betrayed us. Everyone at the camp. He killed them all. If I lose you, Nikolai, I'll be alone. truly, completely alone.
So, it has come to this.
He's got the sideburns too.
I ask of you, Master Yu, hear this old man's last plea. You must run. Run fast and run far.
What?
Abandon this fruitless battle. Run, Master Yu. Run and live.
I'm happy this is actually happening in the game. Like, I never really felt very much for Tiz because, like, most of his backstory happens in a cutscene at the beginning of the game. Making you live some of it makes you feel a little bit more.
And have many years
Just from an early
still
storytelling
ahead
perspective,
of you.
getting you on the protagonist side.
Live long.
I also felt like you got your full party and Bravely Default a little quickly.
Pray, heed my dying wish, Master Yu. As the eldest of the three cavaliers, I have watched you grow from a boy to a strong young man.
Aww.
Yes, you were as a son to me. What father could send his son to die? Not I. Live, you, for me.
Yeah, about that. I'm probably gonna go on quests and adventures and do dangerous shit.
You, I will say it once more.
Unless if this video game suddenly becomes like Animal Crossing and we just go create a town and manage it.
Live, you.
That's a bummer. I like Nikolai the best in the demo. He was fun.
Nikolai!
That's a bummer. Whoa, what's this horse dude? Bummer. That's a bummer. Bummer. Does horse dude have multiple arms? What the shit? Are we gonna see more of this guy?
Your Majesty, I'm pleased to report that Eternian Central Command
Ares'
is
sister's
all
name
but
is
under our
Anne.
control.
Excellent. And what of Jan?
Of his 2 jobs, he succeeded only at one.
Guy's got one gauntlet.
While the Crystal Guard is kaput, Eugeniolja still lives.
Yeah, Gilgamesh Centaur,
The boy
exactly,
proves
Chaos.
an
That's what I was
elusive
thinking from the back.
But the time has come to deny his youthful resolve once and for all. Dark Vestal Bella.
Yeah, you should...
Yes, Your Majesty.
Dark Vestal Bella? What? What's a Dark Vestal?
Say the word. I'll pluck the boy's eyes from his face and his arms from his body.
Who are they talking to? What's a Dark Vestal?
That won't be necessary.
Are they gonna do a
To
Dark
see that he
Crystals thing
bothers
like
us
Final
no
Fantasy
more.
IV?
Oh, I just wanted to have fun. Your Majesty.
There is a moon thing apparently.
Cahulan,
It's very Final Fantasy
I leave the
IV.
occupation of Eternia
Oh
to
god.
you.
Cahulan, is that how you pronounce
No
that?
quarter.
Okay.
Say no more. Your Majesty, your will shall be done.
Cahulan, if that's how you pronounce it, is also... It's like a, it's a mythological name, right? But it shows up in a lot of other Final Fantasy games. Like it's one of the Zodiac bosses in Final Fantasy Tactics in Final Fantasy 12.
Open the door, not obliterate it.
Hey, Propagable.
Forgive me my rudeness. In my age,
Crushing
we had
Chariot.
no doors. A simpler time it was.
I want the Gilgamesh
Crashing
Centaur
through all
asterisk.
in my path,
You all become
trampling
horse
the
people.
weak underfoot. Aye, this is the way of the warrior.
Ugh, he's so rough. Though I suppose that's his strong point.
Precisely. One that will serve us well on the field of battle.
Now, Kaiser Oblivion kind of looks like Lord DeRosso, but like blonde and
Warriors,
with different
lend me
clothes.
your ears.
I'm wondering if...
Come, bearing
Do you remember
a
Lord
leader
DeRosso sacrificed
from his
himself to kill
imperial
Ouroboros?
majesty.
So maybe they got merged in some
We
way.
are
If you know the answer to that, don't confirm it.
Mission.
Hey Kaihan, have fun at school. Good day to you.
We will crush
The Centaur Asterisk.
None shall be left standing. None. No mercy. No quarter shall be shown. No
Yeah, right, Kevin.
will be tolerated.
Oh, now we see the Empire German dudes. These dudes were in the bonus cutscene at the end of Bravely Default. I'm like, who are these dudes with the spiky helmets?
To battle! To battle!
Yeah.
Master, you.
At the beginning, Bravely Default started to get dark towards the end, but it took a long time to get there.
Why else, Alfred? I'm off to save Her Holiness.
You cannot mean this. Taking on the Empire all by yourself? It's too dangerous.
I know it's dangerous. But if I don't do it, who will? As leader of the Three Cavaliers, I will do my duty.
Master, you.
Drunk
The
chaos.
journey will be a long
World War
one.
I Nazi.
I leave the manor in your care, Alfred. I promise you,
Yeah.
I will be back. And I'm bringing Her Holiness with me.
Master, you.
Alfred, you should join my party. I want the butler
how
asterisk.
You have grown. Where once stood a child, now stands a man. The Lord of House Geneolja, time-honored protectors of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
Really? Protectors of the
If only
Crystal
your father and
Orthodoxy.
your forebears could have lived
I need to
feel
know
the
more
pride
about
that fills
this
my heart
country
this
and
day.
House Geneolja and all this
Alfred,
stuff, because none of this was in the
As
first
you
game.
command, Master, you.
But it could be a
Leave the care of the
different
estate to me,
reality. I'm
your
still not
humble
entirely
servant.
convinced that this takes place in the same
Go,
plane
and
of
may the
existence
grace
as
of
Bravely
Founder
Default.
Geneolja ever guide your path.
Thank you, Alfred. Till we meet again.
Get that butler asterisk, man. Make sure that everyone's wearing the
Nikolai,
right color tie to their dinner.
you told me
That's
to leave this
the
battle
level
behind.
3 support ability.
To run.
Get the
to
dinner
live.
bell as a level 4
I
support
hear
ability.
your words, but even if I stand alone,
You have to fight Carson, the
cannot
asterisk
run.
bearer.
it is still our mission. My mission. To deliver Her Holiness from harm. As heir to the House of Geneolja, I will do my duty.
I will do my duty. Cute sleeping noise. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I'm with you, Kevin. Everything about the game does imply that that's the case. And it even says like Agnes became Pope and all that. But I feel like if they're going to do a twist, after Bravely Default, they've got me on the defensive, right? On the lookout for tricksiness, so we'll see. I'm not going to believe that we're on the same plane as Bravely Default until the game is over. You've missed a bit, so the story has absolutely nothing to do with the demo. The demo was a fun little goofy romp. It turns out that Jan, the guy with the wolf hair, is a bad guy. He works for the enemies. The big dude, who was really cool, Nikolai, died. Agnes was kidnapped by this guy named Kaiser Oblivion, which is a like way over the top villain name. And Kaiser Oblivion has a fairy working for him, a dark fairy named Anne. I think that she's the same fairy from the ending cutscene of Bravely Default who said that she was Ares' sister, so don't really know the details on that just yet. Alright, auto battle and sitting command sets. Cool. I think that's pretty much it. So now Yu is pissed off because the one Cavalier died and the other one is a traitor. And Agnes has still been captured. Kaiser Oblivion is kind of a badass. Like, he totally kicked our ass when we first met him. He did 9,999 damage to everybody and just wiped the party. And like the starting party was Agnes, Brave, the Templar guy, Alternus, and Yu. We all did like 0 damage. He broke Agnes's pendant, the one that we used to summon friends from other worlds. Broke in half, and Yu got half of it. So now Agnes is communicating with us through the broken half of the pendant. Yeah.
Bridge is out.
So now I'm actually playing Yu. I think the game is starting for real. Yeah, me too, Chaos. I guess we'll see. Thanks for defeating my sister.
I'll just have to take the scenic route.
Also, there's apparently something called a Dark Vestal.
Hey, don't give me that look. This is a terrible inconvenience.
I love the storytelling technique of just dropping a proper noun and making it go like, what? Did he just break the fourth wall and look at the camera? Alright, I'm not going to question it too much. Use a special person.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! I'll take you on. All of you! No one? Must have been my imagination.
He seemed pretty weak compared to everybody else. Everybody else was doing like super strong
Yeah,
attacks on
that must
Kaiser
be it.
Oblivion. And Kaiser Oblivion just took 0 damage
Am
from
I
all of it.
pathetic or what? I've got to stop talking to myself like this. But it's just not the same without Jen and Nikolai.
Now, okay, so there was something in the opening cutscene to this game that makes me super suspicious. During the opening cutscene, they were talking about how Tiz was like possessed by a celestial, and when they described that, they said you possessed him. So like they did this fourth wall break where they implied that the player was somehow involved in the events of Bravely Default, and that's not completely like crazy given the context of Bravely Default with all the multiple universes. It's also kind of an Earthboundy thing to do, where Earthboundy has like the player praying to help the party be victorious versus Gygus. So if that's the approach that they're taking, if they're going to double down on the idea of, you know, the celestial is the player holding the controller that's guiding each character's actions, maybe Yu is going to have the same thing happen, and that's why he's breaking the fourth wall here. We'll see. There's a way for that to be cool, I think, and not... I guess the word I would use is anachronistic, you know, when there's a sudden surprise fourth wall break in a genre that doesn't really feature it otherwise. Yeah. I think that's what they're going with. It was a throwaway line in the opening scene, but it wasn't how I interpreted the celestial comment in Bravely Default. I took that to just mean, oh, there's this race of like angelic beings that one of them took hold of Tiz for a while. But if they mean that that's the player, I'm all on board for that. If they can do that in a really cool fourth wall breaky way, then I'm pretty excited to see where they're gonna take it. Oh, you mean Bravely, Azurite? So do you know the story to this one yet? Have you followed like the European or the Japanese release of the game? Alright, let's go up. Yeah, I was noticing that in Bravely Default, where like you summon the jet plane and like the train monster, like instead of it being like Ifrit and Shiva, you know, in Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's a super cool twist. Anything that's like, you know, definitively confirmed in Bravely's second, I'd still like to find out on my own. But I didn't deduce that from playing Bravely Default. Well, I think a big chunk of that is that there are so few people that have 3DS capture cards, right? It's just tough to stream, and if 6 months ago you said, you know what, I really want to get Bravely Second when it comes out and stream it on Twitch, I'm going to place an order for a 3DS capture card, you still wouldn't have one by today, because the company that makes them, Katsukity, is backed up by like a year. There's really just only one company that does it and no other alternative. I happened to buy one, I placed an order for one in like January of last year, you know, anticipating games like this would come out. Yeah. Yeah, like actually I'd say a lot of the people that have a 3DS have it for Smash streaming, and then stopped using it for that because they ended up playing it on Wii U. Yeah, it feels like it's a theory that I should have had from playing Bravely Default. I mean, it's confirmed in the opening, right? They say pretty clearly, like, you possessed Tiz and helped him to be what he became. So I wouldn't say it's a spoiler, since they confirmed it in the opening, and it, I guess, is a pretty common theory from Bravely Default proper. I feel like they didn't make it super obvious. When I did all the side quests and stuff and didn't pick up on it in my playthrough of the game. I was like, oh, whatever, I guess there's a race of Celestials. But you know, like, when you're fighting a Ouroboros and it shows you the different worlds and it shows you, like, the name associated with the world, like the name of the friend whose world it is. Yeah, I didn't see the camera thing during the final boss of Bravely Default. That was a bummer. I didn't see it in my main playthrough of the game off Twitch, and I also didn't see it when we beat it a couple nights ago. I didn't know it was a thing. Oh, Mephilia talks about it a bit. That makes sense as the summoner, referring to the, like, summoned creatures being from the real world. Yeah, so both the summoned creatures and the summonable friends are from our world. That's really cool. I like it. Sure. Alright, let's go ahead and rest here. But really, I just think the problem is that there's not a lot of people with the card that would want to play it at launch, you know? Yeah, he goes over to, like, Tiz goes over to the graveyard and, like, collapses. And I think he's, like, in a coma, though. Because he's in that, like, white magic tank in the little bonus scene with, Magnolia.
This is where we
Yeah, it has sharp teeth, 6-gun.
And the weather's going south fast. Not where I'd hoped to spend the night. It's awfully quiet here.
We're talking about the bonus scene where he's in the white magic tank, right, Azurite? Or the scene where he passes out and, like, the little soul leaves his body.
But I get by. Not a teardrop in my eye.
Oh.
I'm as good as gravy.
Are you serious? Are you singing right now?
Oh, hang in there, you.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was a change from the Japanese version. I saw him pass out in the graveyard, but I assumed that he was just in, like, a coma or something being in the tank. So, like, it came out in Japan, and then by the time it became Where the Fairy Flies in the US release, they changed it.
Return to the site of that unspeakable incident. It was all I could do to make it through the night. The wind was strong. The rustle of the leaves, akin to the tortured whispers of my fallen comrades. Whew. Am I writing a diary or a
6-gun?
ghost story?
Ah.
Oh, now I'm starting to get really scared.
I keep saying this, but I like you a lot better than Tiz so far.
It's ghosts. Phoenix? Was that a shadow?
Wow. That's exciting, Azurite. I'm excited for it.
If you're out there, show yourself! Oh, there I go again, with my nerves on edge. Everything is giving me the jitters.
I really like stories where it feels like the creators had, like, the basic bullet points planned out from the beginning. I really don't like stories that just keep going on and on and on, and they start just making stuff up as they go along, you know? So that's cool to hear that it seems like it was intended from the beginning. Yeah, that could be a joke, Propagable.
Why?
Anya's was alright. Her voice actress was a little intense. Her delivery was less intense in this version, it seems like. Is this dark Vestal chick? What the shit is happening? What is this? There's a ghost puppet monster. What the hell? Who does this? Really, Easterners preferred the reverse. Anya's voice actress kind of remind me of Yuna in Final Fantasy X versus X-2, where she kind of toned it back a little bit. To get the doll asterisk. So if you exist in the future and you're watching this on YouTube, Azurite's not just like talking out of his butt. You should check out his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Azurite Reaction, and used to work on the Bravely Default localization team.
You're dead.
Whoa, that's not okay. That's super not okay. Not cool. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Oh, this must be the Wizard Astros. This is Billa, the Dark Vestal. Creepy. Too frightened to move. Wall on herself. Yeah, let's turn the fast forward down a little bit. Too frightened to move still. Ow. Can I summon a friend? Nope. No summoning a friend. Yeah, for sure. Decent chance at it if there's going to be nobody else streaming it tonight.
So scared that you want to run? Far.
You got a creepy doll, Dark Vestal chick.
But we're not going to let you run. Do you know why? Do you know
Wow.
why?
They're doing way different cinematography in this scene than was typical in Bravely Default.
This is where you die. Die. Die.
Whoa, this is so different from Bravely Default's
Get up and fight
presentation.
Like a man.
Oh, is it my buddy?
Next cap-
What? No, that's the worst possible time to have disconnect. Hold on, stop autoplaying. You gotta be kidding me. My 3DS capture card just kicked the bucket. Hold on one sec, guys. And it's playing her theme! Holy shit! I had no idea this was gonna happen. Okay, we're back. That's who you can thank for saving your behind.
Idiot Lee?
I got so excited I pulled the cable out.
If you haven't noticed, this isn't exactly the best time to talk.
Oh, right.
You know it. That's how intense this game is. That's how serious they're doing the fourth wall breaks here. Hey, she's a level 1 freelancer. That's cool. 700 HP. I love that they play her theme. I'm glad that they carried over some like direct music from Bravely Default. Because there was some tracks in that first game that were just so good it would be a shame if we didn't get to hear more of it, you know? Ow. Maybe we don't want to do Heat Wall. Yeah, maybe not. Does she hit harder, maybe? Slightly harder, but Heat Wall is still pretty nasty. Holy shit. Not screwing around here. Can I send an attack with a Dia? Do we want to use... I feel like this is an unwinnable fight, and that's by design. Oops.
Looky here.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Victim. In the name of the Kaiser Oblivion, Bella, the Dark Vestal, will put
They say
you
a
to
Dea now. Interesting. I
rest.
wonder why. Like it tells you, for 3 turns, counter physical attacks with magic. Maybe I am supposed to win this fight. I mean, it's doable, but it's gonna be tough. Alright, it should be off now, right? Yeah, I think we can win. I was about to give up. Didn't realize what was going on. Okay, Heat Wall. We never learned Wall when we were doing the demo. The same as Mephilia's voice actress. Sure. Okay, now the wall is down. And look at me about to give up. Shameful. Truly shameful. Try to get used some XP for this fight, you know? Now that I know that I'm supposed to pay attention and not just attack. Alright, wall, that's fine. Gosh, she's so creepy looking, man. Alright, now I can attack her damage. Too easy. Yeah, that makes sense with Yoyana being like a super summoner. Heck yeah, register a Dia attacking once. Alright, first asterisk. That was a cool, surprising scene. Lightning Arrow. Skilled in Spirit Magic and Spellcraft. Favors rods. That's fun that that's the first asterisk you get, too. Instead of Monk and White Mage. I like it.
Curses.
Her use of all lowercase.
Don't get too comfortable. We'll be back.
Hey!
Is there a term for, like, the Japanese brand of horror with the, like, dark-haired, like, Ringu monster or Grudge monster?
Grr, grr, grr. They got away.
I can't thank you enough. I thought I was done for. You said your name was Idia? Idia Lee?
That's
Idia.
right.
Guess they're
What's it
just
to you?
pronouncing with a different chaos.
That-
It's
that
like they're saying
means
Idea.
you're-
Idia.
The daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia. Companion to Her Holiness Pope Agnes.
And superhero who saved the world.
And one of the heroes of light that freed the crystals from
It
darkness.
was a really
and
dangerous
saved
rabbit.
the
It had
world.
sharp
A
teeth.
hero of light?
Am I mistaken?
No. I mean, not really. It just sounds so pretentious, you know?
That's funny. It was like they're kind of doing the joke where Eri pretended to be like under evil control for a while.
I'm just me. But wow, who would have thunk it, huh?
Was it
It's just
yokai?
like the old astrologer said. The time, the place, the battle, even the color of your boots. You're on a quest to save Agnes, right? Good. I'm going with you.
Even her
Hey, two's better than
voice
one,
actress's style is a little bit different now too.
Wait, you want to join me?
Yeah, I'll have to ask Aki
Right? If you
next
don't
time.
mind, that is.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
What? Of course you mind? Then maybe I should just leave.
Way to go, you.
No, please do. Or rather, don't. No, don't.
I keep looking at the bottom of Yu's tunic.
which
That
is it
green
already?
looks just like Link's tunic in Zelda.
Please do come with me. I'd be ever grateful for your help.
Why didn't you just say so in the first place? Now, let's head off and see the old astrologer. Bring you to me and I'll share something special with you. That's what he said?
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a word that
Something special?
specifically means the creepy,
could it be?
like, little girl
just
with
have to
long
find out.
hair
To
trope
Eternia.
that
Aye.
the Dark Vestal appeared to be embodying. Do we really want to use that asterisk? It seems kind of nasty. Game is way better, Yukupo. Holy shit. The tone is completely different. I believe, this is my strong belief, that the team that wrote Bravely Default, or Bravely Second, I mean, had nothing to do with the writing of the demo. That they had like a team of tech people that coordinated the battles and, you know, showing off the engine and stuff. And they're like, well, we don't really need a writing team to do this, so let's just do a Scooby-Doo plot. It's actually kind of nice, though, because the Scooby-Doo plot of the demo sort of acts as misdirection for the plot of the main game. There's a couple characters that aren't really what they seem during the demo. Alright, who do we want to be? Oh man, he looks kind of sweet in those robes. Is Adia going to be in the whole game? That's cool. You kind of think it's going to be Tiz, you know? I think I'll make her the wizard for now. Maybe we'll change that out later. I'll throw in Miscellany. Sounds good. Spellcraft is pretty strong. Because then she doesn't get to use the Issei no Kami. But he can use it, so that's fine. We have accessories yet? Did you see or play the Final Fantasy 15 demo, Yukupo, and how silly that was? It's very, very comparable, I would say. Yeah, I was hoping you would. I saw that you started with 5 slots in the demo. There's so much more interesting, like, builds you can do if you don't have to spend half the game building up to that, you know? Because once you finally have 5 slots in, let me see if I can do update data real quick. Once you finally have 5 slots in, Bravely Default, like, the game is effectively over. You're just going to lock in your build real quick. You won't get to experiment very much anymore. Yeah, it shows all the skills you can get, which is really nice, so there's no guesswork. I used to just Google that. We haven't done anything with the town yet. Try resting? Do we want to rest? No, we've got tons of potions, it's fine. Started the demo for Bravely Default with 5 as well. I'm glad that they didn't just do it in the demo then. Okay. Gotta get used to this quality of life feature. Spirit magic. We'll just attack for a little bit here. Yeah, I was doing update data to see if anyone I know on my friends list has this yet and has connected. It doesn't look like it yet. Goomba, you have this game, right? If you're still in chat. Do I have you added on the 3DS still? Or do you have a ability uploaded? That could work, Kevin. Yeah. I'm excited to see how it's gonna go. Very good, Yukupo. Good luck. If you're watching Season 4, it's good. I liked it a lot better than Season 3. Sharp, pointy teeth. God, I love that they let you set the little... Chaos, you didn't catch the demo today, right? I try to point out some of the new little bits of... Oh, I can set the auto battle? Okay. The little new conveniences that they added. So like these auto battle settings, you can make a command, like a group of command sets. You can have one that's like, okay, this is for most random battles. Here's for slightly trickier random battles. This is for boss fights. And this is just repeat the last thing I did, and you can flip between them. Cool, you're in for a treat. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll show off a couple of the other stuff in the next fight, too. The wizard class is really fun as well. Has she learned spellcraft yet? Or does she have it to start with? Yeah, I guess she has it to begin with. I think we want to go up first. Also, I think... Well, we'll have you in front of the party for now. I got some pig. I got some pig. I got some pig. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, I'm really glad that I avoided all information about this game and never watched like a European or Japanese stream because I had no idea Adia was going to join your party. That was a pretty cool scene. I got so excited I unplugged my 3DS. So okay, here's one of the things. If when you just attack, you can hit the brave button. Rather, what you used to have to do in Bravely Default is you brave, 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 and then attack, attack, attack. You don't have to do that anymore in this one. It's very convenient. Much faster. Try casting heat here. Wait until she actually gets spellcraft to use it. That could be cool, Kevin. I'm not sure. Let's play around with it.
What's that?
Oh, it's Her Holiness.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Agnes, Adia, come on, catch up.
Idia, it's really you!
Yeah, they are pronouncing her Edia instead of Adia.
But how?
That's
Her
unusual.
Holiness can talk to us through this pendant.
Agnes! Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Is this thing on?
Yes, yes, Idia. I hear you loud and clear. I'm glad that you're safe. I was so worried about you.
I'm sorry, Agnes. If I'd been at the ceremony, this never would have...
let us look on the bright side. We're alive, and here we are talking to each other again.
Just you wait, Agnes. We'll get you out of there. So, where are you?
Oh, why, we're around, that is somewhere over, well, oh yes, let me ask someone.
Well, on second thought, why don't you just sit still, okay? Becoming Pope hasn't done much for her sense of direction. Or her common sense.
I'm quite certain that...
I like getting divining rods so you can know if they're looking for the
Got it. It sure makes things easier
secret
being
chests
able to
and the
talk
like.
to you like this.
Yes, I'll do everything in my power to lead the two of you here.
Just promise you won't do anything that might put yourself in danger, okay? Why, if anything happened to you...
I promise. And I look forward to a joyous reunion. Be safe, Idia. You?
Count on it. I can't wait to see you again, too. Let's get a move on you.
Roger.
They sound like they're being so rude. That's just his name. Oh man, here's Kaiser Oblivion.
Dark Vestal Bella. Anna has already given me a report. You
Pronounce her name
failed me.
Anna?
Forgive me, Your Majesty.
We're very disappointed in you, young lady. Not only have you proven too incompetent to dispatch a mere boy, but to have your asterisk stolen as well?
Yeah, way to go.
I think death is a suitable punishment.
Oh shit. Okay,
Don't
so
you?
much for if that is her sister from the Under Bravely Default.
Come on now. No last words?
Belay there!
Hey, it's Gilgamesh Centaur. What's up,
Your
buddy?
Majesty, I, Cuchulainn, will serve the sentence in my mistress's stead. My life, my mistress gave to me.
Onryo, thank you,
Honored
Chaos,
I
for
am
checking.
To give mine for her.
Creepy
A
vengeful
fair
spirit.
deal, is it not? Come, Lady Anna, do the deed.
So the man says, what shall we do, Your Majesty?
Cuchulainn, you would swear allegiance to this woman over your Kaiser?
Just so. 'Twas my mistress whose magics breathe new life into my withered body.
Okay, that explains
'Twas
why
she
there's
who
suddenly a
summoned
centaur
me
man.
from that ancient battlefield.
Wait.
Who gave me strength.
Summoned
to
me from
fight
the ancient
anew.
battlefield. What's
Lady
going on with
Anna
that?
Will not do the deed, then I shall. By
This is
my
just a room
own
full of
hand.
mystery. I want to know what's going on with all four of these characters.
My lady, shed no tears for me. To give one's life for one's mistress. There is no death more honorable.
Trying to see if I can make out a number on her wing. Probably not, right? Probably they made her wings black, so you're not reading too much into it.
Your Majesty, still, you would demand my mistress's life?
Your loyalty is admirable. I will overlook your mistress's incompetence. In return for this mercy, I command that mistress and servant fight as one and atone for this failure.
I'm pretty sure Kaiser Oblivion is voiced by Cam Clark, who voiced Ilyana in the previous game, and there's like Liquid Snake and a bunch of other characters.
Death will not absolve your negligence.
I'm hoping that's not...
If you would atone for your failures, then do so by setting
I don't
them
know.
right.
We'll think about it.
Fight.
Guessing he has nothing to do with
Vestal
Ilyana. He might have something to do with
your loyal
DeRosso. He
servant
kind of
at
looks
your
like
side.
DeRosso with blonde hair.
Fight for your lives.
I remember DeRosso merged with
Fight,
Ouroboros
and
at the
if
end of the
your enemy
game
eludes you,
to help us
fight
finish
again.
him.
You shall not rest until your quarry is no more.
Kaiser is the big
Fight
bad
and
so
fight,
far.
and
I
should
don't know what the
your
other three
powers not
dudes
be up
are.
to the task, then you will die fighting.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, your words ring deep. We shall not fail. Mistress, your vassal stands at your side. Let us finish those scoundrels. To arms!
Good job, voice actor, and like actually doing all the A's and not the R's.
Well played, Your Majesty. The battle should be a sight to behold.
Never underestimate the power
Yeah,
of
right,
second
Chaos?
chances. Wouldn't you agree, Anna?
I would indeed, Your Majesty.
Gotta pick some other like ancient Greek symbol that we're gonna pronounce weirdly. Ask Anyas. Help us, Anyas. Anyas will show you a way from the bottom screen. Maybe that's not really... They're gonna keep the pattern from Burly Default. Then the person on the bottom screen has to be a traitor, right? No, that would be silly. Make for Eternia and meet with the old astrologer. You have an archive for what you asked, Anyas. Anyas oblige at the honor of serving as Pope. So I'm the father of the Crystal Orthodoxy. Wonder if they translated that as Pope in Japanese, like if it has the patriarchal quality to it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Anyas is Ouroboros 2 Electric Boogaloo. Maybe, I don't know, Six Gun. I'm excited to find out. Didn't bring much Peeg. You really are a hero. Oh man, they're bringing back the random food conversations. Oh yeah, halvesies. It's new for Freelancer. Any item you use work on all your friends, which is pretty OP. I think that was a chemist or sav maker ability in Bravely Default, right? It costs 1 BP to use, wide an area. I guess it also worked for attack items, so maybe it's slightly less strong that it's only recovery items for this one. Oh, the effects are halved. Okay, so that's why. Cool, we'll keep that in mind. That might be really useful for, like, Phoenix Downs, for example. That's nice that you can just either go directly to the other side or go through the dungeon. More of that convenience action. We're just gonna attack with Adia until she gets some of her spellcraft abilities. Yeah, right? It's fun to speculate. I've got Goombas on deputy mod duty at the moment as someone who knows the plot of the game, in case anyone drops a spoiler. Idea looks a little taller. She looks like a baller. Yeah, so Phoenix Downs do recover with a certain amount of health, so I imagine it. If normally they would come back with 10% of their health, they'll probably come back with 5% of their health. Oh, I was in Eternia this whole time? No shit. Well, that makes sense.
So, this is Eternia.
I kept the map the same. And I brought back the music.
More beautiful than I imagined.
All right. More points to Bravely Second. When I heard that Riva wasn't on the soundtrack, I was super disappointed, but it's kind of like when Jack Wall bowed out of Mass Effect 3 and they just reused a bunch of Mass Effect 1 and 2 songs and mixed it in with the new stuff. I like
the
that.
Land of Immortality. Crystal energy is converted into white magic.
Undead you.
Which is delivered throughout the city by those cables. See
The
them?
song is so sweet. I love the
yes,
bass
I
in
read
it.
about it. Even if you come down with a cold, you're cured in 2 shakes.
That's true. It's not a shock.
Is it me, or is it getting chilly out here?
Oops, sorry. We don't actually want you to catch cold, do we? Let's get going. The old astrologer is waiting for us.
Yeah.
There, in the central healing tower.
The original soundtrack was, like, I remember being really worried, first of all, that we were doing a Final Fantasy S game without Uematsu. Like, I didn't really care so much for the Final Fantasy 13 soundtrack. 12 was fine because it was, like, tactics. It was basically an Ivalice tactics game, so... but I ended up being really impressed with what Revo put out. It was a lot more, like, electric guitar focused than organ focused, the way Uematsu does in Final Fantasy. But it was still really cool, and there was a lot of variation from area to area. But even just hearing in the demo, it has a different feel to it. I'm glad we got to keep some of the Revo tracks. So I did like that quite a bit. We're gonna get some more scrolls here. Rio gets really intense. Yeah, sure. I'm with you. Absolutely. Yeah, the only way I could compare is if they... Did you know why Revo's not on this one? Did they opt out, or... Like, the story with why Jack Wall didn't come back for Mass Effect 3 was that he said he tapped himself out. Like, he did everything he could creatively for Mass Effect 2, and then if he did another game, it just wouldn't be as high of quality. So he didn't want to put out a poor quality game soundtrack. Let's get a rod for her. It's probably a good idea. Kind of expensive, but... Busy? Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe for Bravely Default 3. Let's see. Get her a shield yet? Get her a shield. Yeah. For me, when I was wanting to play Bravely Default on stream, I was just really excited to get to that scene where you can show off the title screen where it changes from where the fairy flies. It's super cool. Really nice touch. Sure. No big changes from region to region, it sounds like. Hey, now these guys are friendly. Thanks, you used to be an enemy. Do a little silencing on that lady there. It seems a little bit towards the end of the game they started talking about like game mechanics as actually existing in the world and not just being combat abstractions. They do it quite a bit more in this one where they like bring up BP and braving and status effects on people. Oh. That's awesome, Asia, right? Yeah, I think I heard about the game. Like, I'm a diehard Final Fantasy fan since way back, and I had heard about the existence of this without really knowing any of the details about it. And I was like, that's a really weird name for a game. Is that like another Tetsuya Nomura, like Kingdom Hearts 358 divided by 2 days? Final Fantasy 13 Fabula Nova Crystallis, what the hell is that? And then I found out that it was basically the spiritual successor to Final Fantasy, kind of the old school job system, and I got super stoked. Really ended up enjoying it.
I'm back, Pops!
Yeah, for sure.
And yet it is the twinkle in this
Wicked Flight, I think, is like in my top 5 video game songs ever.
Are you a harbinger of fortune or calamity? How I wonder.
I've never seen anyone so big. He's like a...
You still working for Square Enix?
A death troll?
It's no use.
This dude's pretty
You
sweet
know what
looking.
we're saying.
He kind of looks like Zeus from the Disney Hercules movie.
Hey, Gramps! You got cobwebs in your ears? I said we're back!
Oh, welcome back, little missy.
I don't know if this one's being pushed as well. I certainly didn't know about Bravely Default until like months after it came out, so... And like, for me, I was just spreading the hype to all of my friends, or they were spreading it to me. So it was all word of mouth. I'm wondering if Bravely Second's gonna be the same thing.
Quite oblivious to the sublunary world. But no matter, for my eyes are open.
This guy's pretty sweet looking. I got like a giant machine on his beard.
I sure did. And it's all thanks to you, Pops.
I must thank you as well.
He looks like if Zeus and the like kung fu guy that's the rival of Sabin from Final Fantasy VI, if those two dudes had a baby together. That's this guy.
Still, that's some fortune telling. Everything happened like you said it would.
The stars see all, little missy? Well, perhaps not all, but enough to give us insight into the future. The future. and yet the future of this world and its people.
Oh, that's a bummer, Asia,
I
right?
fear it is clad
Yeah,
in
I didn't work in
darkness.
game testing, but I worked in industry testing.
Darkness?
We did QA and UAT for JP Morgan Chase Bank, so
The Crystal Guard
I know
is in
that
shambles.
feel.
War again befalls the duchy. Our world, once saved, finds itself in crisis anew.
For me, it was like quantity over quality, where like people cared more about how long your car was in the parking lot versus how good of a job you were doing. So even if I could do, you know, all my testing or whatever I needed to get done earlier in the day and do it really well, someone who stayed there until 10 p.m. doing the same thing, you know, doing their job more poorly than me would get more
we
accolades
must
than me.
awaken Tis Orier.
What?
Tis Orier? The one who survived?
The very same, young you.
Tiz is still
Tis
alive.
Orier,
This is some
sole
important shit we're
survivor
seeing
of the
here.
Great Chasm. Tis Orier, who journeyed with Pope
Yeah, same
Agnes
thing.
and
When I got
the
laid
Magnolia
off at
decided
my
to
testing
purge the
job,
crystals of
it's because I was
shadow
working
and
remotely.
save this world.
I'd moved with my
Tis
wife to
Orier,
California.
without whose strength we will surely be lost to darkness once more.
This guy is super intense. I like him. Anyway, my boss's boss were like, we really hate this, but the CEO has made this decision to fire anybody who's working
Are you alright?
remotely. I'm like, okay. Thanks for my
Forgive me,
severance.
my dear boy.
I try to do
It
this Twitch
seems that
thing.
My emotions got the better of me. But that is only because the situation is grave indeed. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing all that
Certainly,
stuff
Tiz's
about it.
strength
If you
would
come up
be
with anything else
invaluable to
cool
us on
about
our
the
quest.
localization, feel free to share
But
this. I love
hasn't
hearing kind of the
Yeah.
industry insider story.
Tiz has been asleep for 2 whole years now. It's as if... he's given up the ghost.
Okay, so they are going with he's asleep, not
Precisely.
dead.
At the moment,
That was
Tiz's
what I
body is
perceived
but
from
an
the ending of
empty
the first
vessel.
game.
An empty vessel?
And
Like they
so
brought
our
back this
task
music
is
box
clear.
theme too. It's
We
nice.
must reunite Tiz with his soul.
But even all
Is
of
this the
Eternia's
music
healing
box version of
technology
the song
combined
that
couldn't
plays
bring him back.
when Tiz does his
Fortunately,
special
I
move?
have been doing some research of my own.
This also played in the little bonus video when Magnolia started wrecking shit.
Behold the Soul Stone. Can you not feel the profound spiritual
Yeah,
energy
I know
it
that feel,
exudes?
Asia, right?
Place this gem in the chamber
Cross-internet.
where Tis Orier rests.
Fist pound of
And
empathy.
it will channel the energies of the celestial realm to rouse him from slumber.
Is that even possible?
Believe me or no.
It might be that
choice
it's
is
more of a
yours.
shock propagable
would you
to
not
like the
say
Japanese
it is worth
audience,
a
since it sounds
shot?
like per Asia, right, they may have
Yeah.
changed the
Are you kidding
implication
me?
a bit.
It's worth more than a
It was in the
shot.
Western release that it was really clear that he
If
was
there's a
asleep,
chance,
but
any chance that we can bring Tiz back.
if
I'll
you just
take
saw
it.
the scene where he like
He wasn't
collapses in
just a
the
hero.
graveyard,
was
you
my
might think he's
friend.
dead.
And I always believed that he'd come back to us someday.
And it's exciting to
Yeah.
you in an in-universe perspective.
Oh, the two stars shine as one, and are all the stronger for it. Tis Orier rests deep within the halls of Eternian's Central Command.
That makes sense. He's
the
in
white magic
the
circulation hub.
white magic bubble. Oh, so whoever
Yes, my
theorized
little
that,
stars, evade the ever-watchful eyes of the Empire and revive Tis Orier at all costs.
somebody had that as a theory,
You got
that
it.
he was in that same bubble that
Let's go,
Victoria was
you.
in in Bravely Default.
Did you
I didn't
hear
pick
that,
up on that when I
Onions?
played it the first time because I'm dumb. Seems like that was correct.
Awaken
Music box
Tiz?
thing isn't Tiz's
Could
theme.
it truly be possible?
If the old astrologer's right, all we need is this soul stone.
Tiz, whose eyes closed that day for what we feared was forever.
Tiz, whose name we cried and cried. We can see him again, Agnes.
Hooray!
Just the thought of Tiz smiling and laughing once
You
more.
sitting over here like third wheel.
I'm a captive
Yeah,
human
Tiz,
being.
what a great guy. So sleepy. Hey, I'm here.
Still, it would be a
I
dream
got a
come true.
backstory. I'm
Forget
afraid
about
of
me,
bridges,
You
and
must
I
do
got a
whatever you
journal.
can to save Tiz.
Don't be silly, Agnes.
Okay, yeah,
We'll
let's
save
go get
both
this
of
Tiz
you.
guy.
Isn't
Poor
that
you.
right, you?
Just wait, Your Holiness. This time, we won't let you down.
Tiz.
One of these days, I'd like to play a JRPG, or even really, I'm trying to think of an RPG that doesn't like dwell on an idea. You know, it's tough. It's something that film has gotten very good at doing because there's such a limited running time. So there's a lot of editing that happens, and it's usually reductive editing. Like, let's try to communicate the feelings of these characters in as few words as possible, using mostly facial expressions. And like, I feel like with JRPGs, they don't feel that constraint. They're like, no, you can play this game for 120 hours. We can have them talk about how much they miss Tiz for like 6 minutes. We don't need to do it in a sentence and like zoom in on their face or something like they do with film. So maybe that will change. Maybe that'll be the benefit of improving technology. I guess that, you know, long dialogue can fill in for gameplay sometimes too.
Tell me, Idia, just what was Tiz like anyway? I mean, saving the world with Pope Agnes. He must have been a modern-day legend.
He was really just an ordinary guy, you know? The friendly, happy-go-lucky type.
Happy-go-lucky, and he saved the world? That's amazing!
Well, he had a diligent side too, of course. He was
Was
always
it
sorting his inventory, you see.
I-beams at Orion's belt or whatever?
And diligent? Why, it's the best of both worlds.
He also had feelings for
Yeah, I was
Agnes,
originally
but
had
he could
going
never
till
quite act on them. Yeah,
midnight.
in matters of love, he could be a real blockhead. Sometimes it was painful just to watch.
First human specter.
Saved the
You
world,
got it,
but was
Propagable.
too shy and modest to express his love? He's my hero!
Blockhead wasn't supposed to be a compliment, you blockhead.
Oh, sure.
Don't you see, Idia? Tiz is just
Yeah.
something else.
See, well, that's interesting because, like,
In any
you,
case, let's get moving and go save your hero.
have you ever read, like, translated
Right.
Buddhist writing? Because Mandarin is kind of the same thing, that you can express a much more complicated idea in a much more compact sentence with fewer characters. But when you, like, translate that, it's often super dense compared to English, almost to the point where it's hard to read, because, like, each sentence is just completely packed with meaning, and if you're just reading the literal translation, like that you would a typical English prose, where you just kind of glaze your eyes over it and try to look for the important details, you're going to tune out and miss the point. So it seems like sometimes when people localize Japanese, they make it more flowery than it was in the source language. That's interesting.
Imperial soldiers.
I did Mandarin in high school. I had a teacher who did it, and we had to do.
That
Whoa,
doesn't sound
this
like a very
song have
accurate
lyrics?
count.
Hold on, I'm showing up.
Yeah, you got me. The point is, there's too many.
You're right. There's no way we can take them out all at once. But if we pick them off one by one,
It sounds like it's in
we
Japanese.
just might have a chance.
What are they saying? Do we know?
We just might. What?
Ready? Here we go!
What?
Just wait a minute. There's too many of them.
Don't say go like that.
But how else are we supposed to get to Tiz?
Who figured you were the headlong type? There's such a thing as being too direct, you know. Look, there's another road to the east. It's a bit of a trek, but it'll get us there safely.
I want to know what they're singing. It's so important to me. Yeah, she says like 111 million worlds. So I had people in chat, like Dartonus was doing the math to figure out, well, given how many days are in the journal, how many worlds must she have been through given the number of years? There's a huge number. It's cool either way. Alright, this is familiar. I like that you've taken this part of the world map. Alright, let's see. Oh man, there's a palette swapped. Already reading palette swap enemies. Exciting. It's a crab appling. Alright, we're gonna do an examine and we're gonna attack. Here we're gonna do examine on the goblin and then attack maybe. Let's try lightning. Not sure you want to eat that one, yeah. Way to go, you. You disappoint me. Oh, he's weak against lightning, I called it. Nice. Bad apple. Oh, you bastard. I didn't actually get afflicted by the poison though, so that's nice. My Mandarin class, though, we did like parable translations, and it was really, really tough because it was so information dense. Starve for enemy ideas. It works for me. I'm down. There have been weirder Final Fantasy monsters. Update your Street Pass data. I don't have anyone in Los Alamos that has a 3DS with Bravely Second. Nearby anyway, I'm sure that there's some folks somewhere over by the lab maybe. I'll have Andrea bring my 3DS with her one day when I'm not playing. Why not an apple? I like the little animation where it just starts as an apple on the ground. Alright, examine... and then kill, right? Oh, well, that we could also just kill the wolf. Thanks, idea. Ooh, you're right, Six Gun. Forgot about that. They have to put their phones away when they go in the lab.
Trekking through these snowdrifts is exhausting.
Marty's still sleeping down there. Just
Is that
turn on
village
Capcam
ahead?
for a sec. One sec.
It sure is. We should rest up. The going's only gonna get tougher from here.
He's so sleepy. He's also very soft and furry, I should add. Goes without saying. You don't get to see Marty very much on stream. He tends to sleep wherever I am around this time of day. Thank goodness for doing everything with your left hand in Bravely Default. It is so useful. Let's have her default for a turn so we can actually get this examine off, or she's just going to kill this thing before we can do anything about it. Yeah, but see, Ben and Marty are so soft and furry. You have no idea. Prop. So if we do this halvesies thing to clear poison, we'll have to do it in the next combat, I think. Can't go in the cave. Hey, you're Mexican. How you doing? Happy Friday, I presume. I guess it possibly could still be Thursday for you. Gravemark Village. Shit, what happened here? Is this like... I'm not even gonna guess. This place feels really familiar. I feel like I've played another game that had a map that looked like this. Is it
The
like
village of Gravemark.
Dragon Age Inquisition?
At least that's what people call it now. Years ago, disease swept the land and claimed the lives of the villagers. It's been a ghost town ever since.
The Great Plague.
Right. It's also the town where my parents were born.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, don't worry about it. It was years before I was even born.
Is that why? That would be a good reason why I recognize it, Daisy, right?
Look, isn't it
I don't think
pretty?
I visited it in my my Twitch playthrough though.
Oh, a magnolia. They're often seen in cold climes like Eternia, poking through the snow.
Yeah, I
to
don't think
bloom.
I ever saw this.
It's also known for its sweet fragrance.
We
which
just
is
played it
said to be
recently on
able to rouse
Twitch a
people
year
from
ago or
stupor
so.
or slumber.
Wow. You're a regular walking encyclopedia, aren't you?
You're so much better,
Strange, though.
you.
It's blooming out of season.
Even with all the ladies
There's an
around
old
talking
saying,
about tis.
Like a falling star, a magnolia out of season. That's how rare a sight it is.
Well, maybe a star's about to fall.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
That must be why it's familiar. I
Anyhow,
feel like I must
I'd
have
rather
come here.
not
I
sleep
like
in a
100%
graveyard.
of the game in my
Let's make camp outside
original
the village.
non-Twitch
That
playthrough.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, mentioning Magnolia.
Sure is shining bright tonight.
Throwing away the moon. We know the moon's important because of... Well, I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game, and because they mention it in the demo. I still don't know what the hell's going on about that, and I'm excited to find out. Got that cool pocket tent. Adia's swearing in her sleep. Did they actually ever record that, you think?
What was that?
Tiz is a trivia magnet. It's a meteor with a bumblebee inside of it, and He's going to tell you that you're
wake
one
up.
of the 4
Did you hear
warriors
that
of light.
crashing sound?
You need to save the world from an alien in the future. It did get released tonight, yes. Actually, about
Talk about a sound sleeper.
2 hours ago and 15 minutes.
I'll
If you
just
had it
have to
on
go take a look by myself.
digital download. But it should be in stores for purchase tomorrow too. It's very good. I'm enjoying it so far. It has a different like feel to it than Bravely Default, but it still kind of feels like the same universe. Mechanically, it's really great. I think it's improved on what was already a really cool take on really a spaceship? No shit. Well, she is. All right, I'm not going to ask questions.
What in the... An
Oh,
airship?
bummer, Azurite. Yeah, I
It's
think
not
I
like any model
I
I've
got it on
seen
my
before.
3DS last week. Yeah, we'll see. I was pretty happy with the end of Bravely Default.
Hey, are you okay?
What? This is a thing? I'm down with it. I'm down.
Oh, thank heavens. She's just unconscious. There must be something around here I can use to wake her up.
Yeah, Phoenix down? Do you like the Futurama thing? Wake up! Wake up! Just take this high potion. That appears to be like a big like trumpet kind of thing. Yeah, Magnolia out of season. A spaceship crashes from the moon. They did the plant storytelling technique of drawing attention to the moon, I guess, if you hadn't played the demo. Oh, we're gonna give her a Magnolia. Cool. Throw some snow on her. Yeah, right. I'm surprised she didn't crash in a flying
The
whale.
fragrance of the Magnolia is able to rouse anyone from slumber.
So if you play Bravely Default and now you're seeing Bravely Second, you're like, what the shit are we doing with people flying from the moon? You haven't played Final Fantasy, because there's at least 3 Final Fantasy games where the moon plays a really important storyline part.
Come again?
Oh, apparently they speak French on the moon.
Oh dear. You don't understand me, do you?
Who is it saying that in the Japanese version, Magnolia speaks English? Like instead of random French phrases?
My head is still spinning.
That's what makes her different? Oops.
Here, try this.
Sure, hit the skip button.
This is...
It's a flower. A magnolia, to be exact.
Good job, you.
Take a deep whiff. It'll help clear your senses.
You're giving this flower to moi?
Galactic Standard English.
We've only just met.
We're space aliens, lady.
Of
It's a
course,
miracle we
you're
even
the
speak
one I picked
English.
it for. Are you crying? What's wrong?
Je vais bien. T'en fais pas.
Hey, Ginger. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you. I shall cherish it forever.
Aw. Look how happy she is.
I'm you, by the way. What's your name?
My name?
Use voice actor. Is it like Fusoya, but you're gonna say Magnolia? There you go.
Magnolia Arch.
Magnolia? Like the flower?
Yes, like the flower. What a coincidence, no?
Michael
I'll say.
Sinter.
Come with me, Magnolia. There's someone I want you to meet.
Oh! Hey, Ginger. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. How's it going? Appreciate the follow. Yeah, everybody. I was mentioning the really cool dude on the line with Comcast a few weeks ago that helped get everything straightened out.
And now this strange...
That's really awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're doing a special midnight stream for this game that just came out. It's like the successor to Final Fantasy.
You're not dreaming.
I knew it was too good to be... Who's that?
Well, to make a long story short...
You made what I was expecting to be a really, really, really painful call.
So she just fell out of the
Significantly
sky?
less painful. You want to have that XKCD passcode you can use when
where
you
exactly do you
call
come from?
for tech support.
Exactly? Well,
Just get to someone
in
who
not so many words.
knows how to
I'm
skip
from
the
the
script
moon.
part.
The moon?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
You're pulling our leg, right?
Mais non, I'm très sérieuse. The moon was my home. It was all but destroyed, you see. This is why I've come to your world, to seek vengeance against our enemy.
Von Johns?
Yes, the fiend hides itself.
It's probably the right decision to, if she was
The Sky
in
Hole?
Japanese, if she
That's where
spoke
we're
like
going
random
too.
words of English, I think
Our enemy is there also.
turning that on its head and
And
having
so
her
is a friend
say
who needs our
French is probably better. I guess the other option, they could have made her like super southern or something.
What? I mean, we must.
Our destination.
Oh, fantastic!
Why not
Ginger,
tell
let me
us
throw
why?
you a follow.
And I accepted your flower note.
When do you usually stream?
I'm stronger than I look.
I will try to throw you a host if you happen to be online when I go offline.
Well, she
Pop some
doesn't
people
look
your
like
way.
an Imperial spy or anything. I say the more the merrier.
You have a point. Let's make it official then. I'm Idia Lee. Pleased to meet ya.
And I'm Jenny Olja. Welcome.
Yeah,
aboard,
everybody, if you
Magnolia.
would, throw a follow over
And we
to
can't forget you know
Ginger
who.
and get started.
I have heard everything, my friends.
If you have any questions about like the technical aspect of getting started streaming, like bots and that kind of thing, just shoot me a private message. I'm happy to help.
A pleasure to meet you, Agnes. I'm Magnolia Arch.
Is Agnes totally okay with there being a lady from the
You will
moon?
lend your strength to Idia and you, yes? I offer my sincerest thanks and ask that you please take good care of my dear friends.
But of course, leave you to me. Agnes, I will think of you as my beautiful sisters.
The sun will be up
Right.
soon. Let's catch a few more
Yeah,
winks and set
that's
off
true,
at dawn.
Propagable.
You know a shortcut to Central Command, yes?
I mean, we'll get someone
I sure
who's
do.
French
It's a bit
savvy.
chilly, though.
We've got a few
Good
Canadian
thing I'm used
regulars
to
who
the
maybe
cold.
can help translate.
That's the spirit, Magnolia.
You can count on moi.
They've been getting so much better from back in the days of like use Spoony Bard in Final Fantasy IV and some of the goofy stuff in Final Fantasy VI. I think the worst translated Japanese RPG I've ever played was probably Final Fantasy Tactics, the original one. They did a better translation later for the PSP. Alright, do we want to give her a new job? I think we'll keep her as a freelancer for now. Dia is working just fine as a wizard. But this one's pretty well localized, as was the previous one, Bravely Default. Yeah, that makes sense, Six Gun. I guess if they're going, like, if the idea is that her attitude is that, you know, she speaks Japanese, but she peppers in English phrases. She's described as being a ball buster, right? Like, B-A-apostrophe-A-L, the you know, Satan-like demons. With a pun like that, she has to be American. Oh no, you're Mexican. Okay, let's be very careful. Final Fantasy Tactics is an amazing game. I love it. It's great. It's outstanding. Really cool story. Awesome world. Good gameplay. Probably my favorite SRPG of all time. But the translation for it is terrible. It's really, really bad.
I can feel the monsters all
Like
around
it
us.
makes it even harder to
Let's be on our
understand
guard.
what's going on in the game.
Then I should tell you how to use this.
A classic example I like to bring up is like there were these different dragon breaths in the game,
hourglass?
like, you know, fire breath, ice breath, thunder breath.
It is an
And
ancient
in
prayer
Japanese,
passed
the
down by
ability
my
was
people
called like
with the
fire
power to store
buresu,
time
you know,
and
like
energy.
a romanized version of
I am
breath.
using that energy
They ended up
when
translating
I
that as fire
for the
bracelet,
most fleeting
blizzard
moment.
bracelet, and
Stop
thunder
planet
bracelet
time.
instead of breath. And the game is just
Stop
full of little
time?
mistranslations like that.
Wha- That's amazing. I've never heard of anything like it.
Use it wisely, and it will serve us
FF7 is my jam. We did that one on stream already. We beat that a while
Try
ago.
it out for yourself.
I think 6 is my favorite Final Fantasy. It's funny, it's like you have to like be careful, and you get to a point where everybody likes a game and it's so cool to like it that people start thinking it's cool to dislike. Oh, I don't really like Final Fantasy 7. That one's not that good. This one's better. But Final Fantasy 7 is still a pretty sweet game. Can't deny it. Propagable. Yeah. This is not the demo. I'm playing the actual game now, John. The actual game is quite a bit different. Oh, we get some more palettes swapped and some enemies we saw in the original game. So I'm putting you on examine duty. Let's find some deets about these folks. Idia, I'm gonna have you pass for a turn, otherwise you're gonna kill everybody. And Magnolia may as well just do the same. Yeah, Squall's the worst. We haven't played Final Fantasy VIII on stream yet. I have a lot of friends who really like the game. I'm personally in the camp of disliking it and thinking Squall is like one of the worst protagonists in the history of the series. But I'm excited to come at it again from a critical perspective and with the opinion of people on Twitch chat of like who disagree and say this is why I actually like Squall in this case. But he was just so mopey all the time, you know? Yeah, I feel like, you know, not liking something because it's popular is an equally bad reason for liking something because it's popular. Oh shit, I'm gonna kill myself because I just casted Reflect. Ow. I did it twice too. Ow. Good job, Magnolia, not dying there. I totally deserve to die. Alright, let's attack them a few times here. They're probably going to be reflected for the rest of combat. Alright, Magnolia, I'm just going to have you potion yourself. Yeah, I'm using OBS. That's probably your best bet. It's free and it's very fully featured. You think that he wasn't as mopey? That localization is what caused that? That's super interesting. I haven't heard that before. Wait, let's see. Is it still... It's still got Reflect on, so it's just physically attack once. Well, we want to get some XP for Magnolia, so it's res and then attack. There we go. Yeah, so the thing with Final Fantasy VIII from like a strictly mechanical perspective is that it had some cool ideas that were trying to innovate on the formula. Like, I really like the idea... Oh, that's nice of that thing. It casts Cure on itself and heals you. I like the idea of the draw system. I like the idea of having enemies level with you. It's just that it didn't actually end up working very well in practice. It might have benefited from some iteration. Like, if they had done a Final Fantasy VIII 2, as much as I don't ever want to see that happen, but if they had said, okay, let's try the draw system again, but let's do it a little bit differently with the lessons we learned from the first game, maybe it could have been cool. But its first pass, certainly I would say, was a failed experiment. Alright, you're going to do an examine. I'm going to have you cast Heat twice. 9's actually pretty good. I think 9 is a little bit more dependent on you having a pretty significant amount of nostalgia for the older Final Fantasies before 7. Because that was the whole shtick with it, is that they brought back the old character artist Yoshitaka Amano, and it felt more like the job-based, like Final Fantasy 6. But if you like started with Final Fantasy 7, or you're more into the more sci-fi setting, I can see not being as into 9. Yeah, no, you're good. Magnolia is just a freelancer at the moment. We'll see if we can change her later. I think I need to have... Well, these ones we already... Let me just see if I can get a Dia to kill both of them. So the experimental thing that this game does really well, and it's in the first... This is actually the sequel. The first one's called Bravely Default. It's braving and defaulting, surprisingly. In combat, you can default, which is similar to defending in a typical RPG. You pass the turn, but your BP, your battle points score, goes up by 1. Instead of defaulting, you can brave up to 4 times, which lets you attack or use actions multiple times in the same turn, but you're basically borrowing from your future turns. So like right now, if everyone just attacks, they'll get to go again next turn, but if I brave once, that little red -1 becomes a red -2, and if we don't win the battle before he finishes taking his actions, he's basically going to lose a turn. I can do it again, and he can lose 2 turns, again, and I can lose 3 turns. But it's kind of a cool way to front-load actions, and you can use it to do something like, you know, cast a Phoenix down on a dead party member and then use a potion on them. It's really, really smart. It's a really cool way to think about how do we improve JRPGs. I think it's pretty elegant for the most part. And this game, as the sequel, has added some nice upgrades on top of it. Bravely second, you press the start button, and it lets you interrupt combat to enter a command, even if like an enemy is mid-cast. But I'm probably not going to use it very much. It's kind of OP. Probably should be careful casting magic on these guys since they do that reflect thing. If I defend long enough, does it eventually cure us like it did last time? Can I force that to happen? That would be cool. Do one more time. Yeah, you press start to Bravely Second. Oh, I'm jealous, Ginger. So I just did a blind playthrough of Dark Souls 1 on Twitch a couple months ago. I think it was February. And right now I'm working on a full playthrough of the Zelda series, but as soon as I'm done with Zelda, the plan is to like start focusing on the Souls series. So it'll be Blind, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and then we'll get to Dark Souls 3. It's a little bit of a rough time to get started streaming with Dark Souls 3 because there's so many people on Twitch doing it at the same time. But like if it's the game that you want to play, you know, you may as well stream it. If you're going to be playing it and you're at your computer, throw it on the TV. I've heard about some censorship in Bravely Second. I don't think it's anything that's like of consequence. You know, it's all costume stuff like Bravely Default and Fire Emblem Conquest. The gameplay seems perfectly great so far. Yeah, Zelda's playthrough is coming along really well. You can check out if you wanted to, zelda.marstead.com has all of the stuff we've cleared so far. We're done with every Zelda game so far except for Link Between Worlds, Zelda 1, and Zelda 2, and we're really close to finishing Link Between Worlds. So I think we'll be able to start the Soul series in a couple weeks. Did they censor the storyline in a way that we can discuss without having beaten the game, or is it spoilery to discuss what they cut? Yeah, there was like totally a spaceship. And Six Gun's not even like pulling a, you think he's pulling like a, yeah, Optimus Prime showed up with Stannis and, you know, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. There was seriously a crashed spaceship. That's what Magnolia came out of. She's literally from the moon, as they implied in the demo. That wasn't just a joke. Oh, I'm gonna show off this cool, the wizard class that Adia is right now after this battle. It's pretty sweet. Okay, right on, Age right. I guess I'll ask about the cut stuff when we get to it, or maybe when we beat the game.
Central Command is swarming with enemies.
Oh, that's fantastic, Ginger.
Perhaps even this Kaiser is among them. Do we truly stand a chance?
What's so can you sell Hyperlight Drifter to me in like 2 or 3 sentences? I've seen it on Twitch, but I've never like actually watched a channel or read the Wikipedia article or anything. So like, what's in the back of the box like elevator pitch for it?
Right. This time they'll get what's coming, and we'll make everything right. This.
Yeah, Magnolia was the one that was in the spaceship.
Coup de gravy? Quel bon mot! It's like the words of Lux and Dark and the Moon have become one.
It is?
But of course, j'adore. Coup de gravy, coup de gravy.
But I'm glad you like it.
Does it affect the plot, or is it like... Alright, I guess I shouldn't ask too many questions because we're going to delve deeper into spoiler territory. But an example of a cut that I think was inconsequential was removing the storyline in Fire Emblem with the roofie. You know what I'm talking about? That had nothing to do with the overall plot of the game. It was kind of a side thing. But if y'all are saying that they like changed something significant in the story, that would be interesting. He's a weird kid, Six Gun. He kind of talks like my wife, Andrea. Yeah, I'm worried too. We'll have a big like end of Bravely Second censored content discussion, but since it looks like it kind of dips into spoiler territory, I don't want to talk about it too much. I see. Okay, sure. Right. In like 3 months or whenever we finish playing this game, we'll have to come back and talk about what they cut. Came from the moon. I thought that they were kind of messing around with us with how different the demo was, like implying that she was from the moon. I thought that was just kind of a joke. but I'm totally down with it. With the whole like, hey, you're playing this medieval fantasy game, Final Fantasy IV, and halfway through the game, you literally ride a whale to the moon to meet your dad. Spoiler alert for Final Fantasy IV. I hope you would have played it by now. Alright, this one we don't have to worry about Reflect, right? So we can safely cast Heat. Alright, so here's the really sweet thing. Spirit Magic. This job wizard gets a thing called Spellcraft that lets you modify any spell in the game. So if you have if you give them White Magic, you can use this on White Magic too. And right now I just have 2, but Dart makes it so that the spell occurs at the beginning of the turn no matter what, and Needle makes it so it affects same identical targets within the same party. So if we had multiple dragons, I could hit all the dragons with this spell. I don't actually need to use any of those upgrades right now, but some of them are really cool. Like there's one called Mist that makes it persist over multiple turns, or one that's called Blast that turns it into an AoE. So you can take a spell like Asuna that's normally just single target and make it Asuna Blast to Asuna everyone. Oh, hey, Ginger. Yeah. Yeah, thanks again for popping in. I don't know how much you missed, but good to have you. Shoot me like I said, a Discord DM. Or just a private message on Twitch if you have any questions about getting started up. Let's just do Heat. Well, no, it's dangerous. We'll just have her run attack a bunch of times. It's been really rough for me. Like, I keep playing these games and having people pop into chat and say, hey, I heard this game was really censored, and it turns out to be something stupid like, you know, they made an outfit less risque and people are like losing their shit over it, and I feel like that's something that's not terribly important. But it sounds like in the case of Bravely Default, maybe it was actually something kind of important. That's a bummer. I get a lot of crying wolf, so to speak. Just Whale of the Moon would be sufficient, Vihan. I was wondering if there's a plot of a South Park episode where they take a whale to the moon. I'm wondering if that was a Final Fantasy IV reference. Cool. Yeah, this game's super pretty. Bravely Default was as well. They've done a much better job, I think, with the dungeon design in this game. Bravely Default was much more, the dungeons were much more cookie cutter, but now they've got this kind of nice 3D effect where they can stack on top of each other. A lot of the towns look like they're like pop-up storybooks. I really like the character art in particular. They look like, I guess, like Final Fantasy Tactics characters or dolls. Yeah, that's the one that I get why they did it for a marketing reason. I still probably need to have a talk with someone more knowledgeable about the whole cultural appropriation controversy, because it's something that sort of happened without my knowledge, and I don't really know anyone that's like a victim of it, so I can't speak authoritatively about that topic at all. But I know that it is controversial in the West, and I could see it creating controversy that Square Enix wouldn't want to deal with from a marketing perspective, so I get why they cut it. Even if I don't understand, like, outside of the marketing perspective, why they'd want to cut it at all. Yeah, there was a job that was, like, Native American themed, like it had a headdress and was, like, based on shamanism, I think. And they changed the design on them and made it more like a cowboy, because they didn't want to be offensive, I guess. Yeah, they're probably moving beyond, was it Killer Instinct and some of those early fighting games had some pretty stereotypical Native American characters. Yeah. Well, the Western controversy around cultural appropriation has to do with like the use in any way of like native wear, like headdresses and the like. So I don't think there's even a racial stereotype perspective to it. Just saying like this has a meaning to our culture. Don't use it to mean a fantasy stereotype in your game. A non-Native American example, I think, was Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars. There was an expansion called Factions that was set in this very Asian-inspired fantasy world, but it was generically Asian. So they borrowed things from Korean, Japanese, Chinese cultures and mixed them all together. And apparently that was super offensive to some Chinese people. And they had to very seriously edit that version of the game for release in China.
I was turning into an icicle.
Halt! Intruders!
Oh no! Look out!
Yeah, I could hear that too, Propagable.
What?
It's tough, you know.
I know you. From the forest.
Right, I hear you, Ginger.
Let me guess. This oversized
I saw that on
four-legged
Reddit the other
group
day.
fights for the Empire too.
I, verily, I am the warrior, Kuhulan, and where Lady Bella serves, I serve!
Alice Duval is a robust one.
I can hear that argument, Azurite.
Us last time, but now we are two. You are so
I think it's more like they're just like, well, cowboy hats aren't going to upset anybody, but a headdress might upset somebody.
You are sure
They kind of did a Streisand effect thing though, but by making that change, they've drawn attention to it, right?
you should be. For this
Yeah, right, Ginger?
is my forbidden power.
Verily,
I want to get
Lady
Kushi
Bella is a
Lane's,
master
like,
of the lost
Centaur
art
Gilgamesh
of
asterisk, whatever that
ventriloquism.
is. We're gonna fight these guys.
Beg pardon, Milady Bella.
I think that's probably
I meant
fair,
only
Propagable.
to praise your preeminent skill.
I think we can probably move on from the censorship topic though,
We mustn't
because
let down our guard.
I don't know if
Yeah,
we can
had
get
enough trouble
terribly
last
far
time,
with it in this,
and
you
now
know,
there's two of 'em.
asymmetrical conversation and me getting to
Don't
talk
forget about
out
me.
loud into a microphone as much as I want, and y'all have to type in chat. But if you guys would ever like to discuss it in my Discord, that would be a perfect place for this kind of a conversation. It's discord.marstead.com. There's a general channel.
Whoa!
Be happy to pop in
Where
there
did all
and go
those
over
blades
it.
come from?
Yeah, I can do that 610.
Kuhulan is my name. 1,000 weapons do I wield.
This guy
I
is
shall
basically
trample
Gilgamesh.
You all.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh man, if Gilgamesh like warped into the Bravely Default universe, he's the one Final Fantasy character that would make sense with this whole dimension hopping thing. That'd be pretty swell. No, you're fine, Azurite.
Kuhulan, the servant to Lady
It comes up
Bella, who
all the
did
time. It
summon
came up
me
quite a bit during the
from
Bravely
that
Default
ancient
playthrough,
battle,
and during
Bella
Fire Emblem.
of
So
the asterisk of the charioteer.
And I am the dark Vestal Bella, bearer. Former bearer of the asterisk of the wizard. Together, we are an invincible team of swords and sorcery.
oh, Chaos!
Behold the power
I think you missed it.
master and
You were away. Ginger is the really awesome dude who helped me out on Comcast the other day. Remember I was talking that I got on the line with somebody and I shared my Twitch URL? That's him! He tuned in. He's actually got started on Twitch. Everybody, again, please throw follows to... Let me throw some shout-outs real quick. Please throw a follow to Azurite Reaction, who used to work for Square Enix, worked on the localization for Bravely Default, and is currently a partnered Twitch streamer. Has been really cool in chat today during the Bravely Second demo and tonight playing Bravely Second. And please also throw a follow to new Twitch streamer Ginger Doctor MD. Yeah. I got upload speed BS. Where they're like, do I want to examine them? Let's have everybody default and Magnolia can do, well, no. Let's not have everyone default. Let's have 2 people default. Yeah, you're cool. Alright, what do we got here? $1,500, so we probably want to kill Bella first, and Cuchulain has the wall on him, so let's defend. We have to be careful using this. This does make it single target, which is nice. Not weak against any effect, it seems like. And then Magnolia can use a potion just cause. Nice. It's just like a deodorant. Yeah, nothing much. If you check YouTube, I'm multi-streaming to YouTube as well. There's a live rewind fight feature. You can go back a couple minutes if you missed something. Alright, let's hit Bella in the face a couple times here. Let's do another heat dart. That seemed pretty nice. And let's do just a regular attack.
It's impressionnant. I mean, get a load of those legs.
What is this? You would call a proud man a monster?
I thought you were a horse man. Horseman.
Use dialogue's pretty funny, man. I really like the localization of this game. It's funny. It's pretty wittily delivered. We don't know Propagable. I think it's the Centaur asterisk. I wonder if I get to become a horse person when we beat him.
For a warrior, man and steed, one body, one mind.
Yeah, Centaur asterisk would be pretty hilarious. Fingers crossed. Ooh, she does it too. Right, we gotta get some halvesies healing in here. I need you to do... Oh, he doesn't have halvesies yet. Shit, does she have it? Wait, no, maybe he does. Hold on. Halvesies, high potion. Sounds great. Nice, look at that. Beautiful. I thought it divided among the party. It just is half as effective. Alright, do we have any friends to summon? We do! Cool. I think these are randos that I got, though, because I don't think any of my actual friends who have Bravely Default have sent data yet, because the game just came out, so... Let's summon this rando that we got. That sounds fun. And then you cast Heat Dart, and then you're gonna just default for a turn. Magnolia, sounds good. Yeah, Centaur, the Centaur job, that'd be fun to do too. Oh, I thought I did dart. I must have missed something. I'll try again. Let's do a default there. I need to have someone who's ready to go. She's going down soon. We're getting there. Ouch. Don't die, Adia. Don't be fallen now. Do you want to do another halvesies? It seems like a waste. Let's just do one heal, one potion on Adia. I'll probably go up to the next save point, Propagable. Like, if I can finish this fight, I'm curious to see what the asterisk we get from Cuchulain is. If it's like the Centaur asterisk or something, that would be really funny. Lightning Dart, Bella. That's pretty nice. It's nice to have that in lieu of, like, a white mage job at this point in the game, right?
They were this strong. Save yourself, Ko.
Oh, by the way, cat cam while we wait.
I brought you back to live.
My Lady Bella! My Lady Bella! Fear
He's so
not,
sad.
my lady! Your loyal
Marty.
vassal shall soon join you! For master and servant are always as one! Your heads I shall gift to my lady in the afterlife! Come, my foes, kill and be killed! For today, we fight and die as warriors!
This dude's just a little bit too intense, right? There goes Cat Hype. Night, Ginger. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Here's Ben. Show him off real quick before we kill this guy here. Do another round of defaults right quick. He's so furry. Alright, how much health does he have? Quite a bit. Shit, but he's weak against lightning, so maybe we can take advantage of that. Yeah, shoot me a Twitch private message or a Discord DM. I'm happy to help you out with that. Lightning, dart, probably get to throw an ether her way, right? Why do we have all these consumables? Does that all carry over from the demo, or do you just happen to start with way more consumables in this one than you do in Bravely Default? Oh, triple wield? Seriously? Am I gonna get to do that? They're like, let's make Gilgamesh into a class, except he's also a horse. We're getting there. Potions drop way more frequently in this one. That might be what it is. Man, I should just have a Dia attack. Look how much damage she's doing compared to everybody else. I really like this Halvesies ability. That's very nice. What a clever way to not have to give you a white mage class at the very beginning of the game, right? Yeah, getting there. One more hit like that and get down. 60 potions, wow. That's impressive.
My lady Bella! Your servant!
You sure you didn't start with some from the demo too, Mega Man? Oh man, what's the new asterisk? I'm so excited to see what it is and what it looks like. Get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype! What could it be? Charioteer. What does it look like, though? Oh, okay. Well, I thought they were going to turn into horse people, but that's okay, too. Oh, the proficiency's up. That's interesting. Arm proficiency improves as you fight. Learns triple wield and weapon toss. Man, what's triple wield? Cool.
We did it! Somehow.
Talk about a rough battle. Who knew those two would put up such a fight?
No horse transformation. This game is
We
trash.
couldn't have done it without you.
I told you I was stronger than I look.
Tell me about it. You're the best. And I knew it from the start.
Turn into Goro from Mortal Kombat.
This girl's a force to be reckoned with.
I don't remember you saying that.
Well, I'm saying it now.
Magnolia, you will stay and fight alongside us, yes?
Mais oui, I will stay by your side till death do us part.
Thank you. I think.
All right, now let's get moving. Tiz should be just up ahead. Here, I've marked it on our map.
Right. Time to pour on the gravy.
Yeah, let's pour on that gravy. Like everyone, they all nod very seriously. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Talk to the faithful fox companion of the adventure to set up use magic tent. Oh, that's cool. This stage for special events that occur nowhere else. Listen in. The fox doesn't stay in the same location forever, so don't miss out. Okay, that's cool. Now earlier it was like coupe de gravy, so maybe like the gravy thing is gonna become a meme with you. Awesome. thanks everybody for hanging out. So let me give you guys an update on what's coming up for schedule for this week and next week. Tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be playing some more Bravely Second. So pop on for that. I'm really enjoying this game so far. I like the mechanics of the demo, but I thought the demo's story was super silly. It turns out that it's nothing like the actual game, which is actually quite good. You know, horse people and pouring on gravy, not all that silly. Next week, expect to see a combination of Ogre Battle 64, Super Mario Galaxy, Undertale Genocide. I'm going to be doing a blind run of that, some Super Mario Maker, some Skies of Arcadia, and of course some more Bravely Second. And we'll probably see some Zelda Link Between Worlds as well. Let me see if I can find someone to throw a host to, see if we can find someone who's playing Bravely Second as well. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Here's we try to beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Keep an eye on that schedule below the stream. Good night.